I also have to edit a YouTube video tonight because I said I would post a YouTube video tomorrow. So I like have to do that. Welcome back. Hannah, I was trying to, there was like a little like cinematic moment that was happening and I tried to pause it so that we could all watch it together. And when I tried to pause it, the button I pressed accidentally skipped it. So none of us got to see it. So you didn't miss anything. So you didn't miss anything. Also, guys, brief interlude. I'm starting a new YouTube series because I'm trying something different. I'm gonna try a thing. Both of the people who are in my chat right now know what I'm doing, I'm pretty sure. I think. Actually, I don't know if I mentioned this to you, Hannah. I'm gonna do video games in 10 minutes where I cut down an entire video game into just 10 minutes. And I'm not sure which game I'm gonna start with, but you'll find out tomorrow because whatever video it is will be posted. I don't know where I'm starting yet, but we're gonna figure it out. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be so good. I just have to like do that. Also, I finished recording a book today. So now I have 4 chapters left to edit and then that book will be like done, which is great. All good things. We're trying really, really hard to be on the up. The world keeps pushing you down, but you keep trying to be on the up anyway, because that's what we're doing. You open your eyes. The sun has risen. The birds are singing. You are still alive, and for now, you are safe. This also kind of gives me Welcome to Night Vale vibes, just like a little bit. Not like completely, but kind of. On the up, on the online. So true, my catchphrase. Your gaze wanders across the room to the window and the woods beyond. You wonder if the monsters are lurking there, right now. Just beyond the trees, ready to pounce as soon as you leave the crumbling estate. Ben, shut up. You're literally the most on the up right now. I don't want to hear shit from you. You're the most on the up. A familiar unease settles into your gut, tangling into a knot of anxiety, wriggling as the events of last night play out in your head. You can't help but remember Duke, slumped against a tree, pieces of him scattered across the clearing. You're not sure if you'll ever feel okay again after what you've seen. But you can't stay in bed forever. Can't I, though? Hunger pulls you from the clammy depths of the mattress. Note, you can refresh yourself on the events of previous days by using the journal icon in the quick menu. Yo, let's check on the possum. You're not allowed to like also, I think running is also being on the up because you're in good health. Just saying. You open the drawer to check in on the little possum you met yesterday. Oh good, he's still here. That's nice. You reach in to pat the little man's. He immediately plays dead. You leave him to his theatrics and close the drawer. I love that guy. I don't really know if there's much point. Great, the doll didn't move during the night. Maybe it isn't haunted after all. Though after everything you went through yesterday, that's hardly a consolation. You turn back to the rest of the room. Let's look out the window. That sure is a cliff. Wait, that's later. You creep towards the window, careful not to be seen by whatever might be lurking in the garden. For a second, you thought you saw movement. It could have been an animal. It could have been something else. Whatever it was, it's gone now. Spooky ooky. Maybe you'll head out there and investigate after you finish waking up. It's probably a good idea to check in with your new friend. You can't imagine she's holding up very well. Yo, what up? Send picture of a tired cat you found on the internet? It might take her a minute to get back to you. In the meantime, let's go. Let me guess what's for breakfast. Peanut butter and jelly. You're back in the kitchen. Frou Frou eyes you from her favorite spot on the counter. Oh my god, the quadruple chin is crazy. Boom, boom, boom. Excuse me, ma'am, but may I pet your beautiful fur? Part of you hopes that flattery might win her over, as silly as that may seem. You are, after all, talking to a cat. Frou Frou merely flicks her tail faster. It doesn't look promising. Hey. Did you know the police called me this morning? You've only been here 1 day, and you've already had a run-in with the cops. We were chased through the woods by monsters, and you're worried about cops? I had a really rough night. Duke's blood is on my hands. Can I hang out with you today? We're gonna say, we were chased through the woods by monsters, and you're worried about the cops? Yeah, I'm worried about the cops. I'm busy, and I don't like talking to them. Did they say anything about Duke? Did they find the body? Body? They didn't say anything about a body, but apparently he never went home last night. And they had quite a few questions about you, Slogson. Before you ask, don't worry. I told them that you're an upstanding citizen. You seem unfazed by this. A man's dead, Tabitha. Some old farmer disappeared after going hunting in the middle of the woods at night. So what? Something like that was bound to happen eventually. And frankly, you're lucky it didn't happen to you. Do I seem unfazed? Maybe I am. I'm just sick of dealing with other people's problems. Just make sure nothing like this happens again for the rest of the week, alright? What is up with you and Stella? We just have a history, that's all. What kind? Like, a history or like a history? I don't need to explain myself to you. What's the plan for the day? The plan is that I go to work and do my job, and you stay out of trouble. I want you home by sunset. Am I a child? I don't want to hear complaints. Just do what I ask and we won't have any more problems. Fuck off. I'm gonna eat her ice cream again. Oh, and by the way, you owe me $4.39 for the ice cream. Your cousin huffily exits the kitchen. Her footsteps fade down the hall, ending in the characteristic creak, then slam of the front door as it opens and closes behind her. Once again, you are the only human in the estate. A text from Stella. It's another tired cat. Hope you're holding up okay, or as good as you can with all the stuff we saw last night. I was up most of the night on cryptid forums. No real answers yet. I'm at the library now if you want to join. I have scones. I'll be there in a bit, still waking up. And that's that. Time to start your day. Ah, I wanted to eat more ice cream. Screw going to town, try to clean the guest bathroom instead? Bro, that's crazy. Let's make a PB&J. Sure, Stella might have scones at the library, but scones are later. PB&J is now. You quickly scrape together the ingredients and gobble up a delicious breakfast. And that's that. As your eyes wander to the garden door, you shudder, remembering the brief glimpse of something you saw from your upstairs window. It was probably just a raccoon, but the uncertainty of what you saw gnaws at you and compels you to investigate, if only to prove that it was nothing. At the very least, you don't see anything now. You wander further into the garden, trying to pinpoint the spot where that thing had been lurking, if indeed there had been a thing to begin with. The garden is peaceful, but undeniably eerie. Here, more than anywhere else, you're surrounded by the ghost of what this place used to be. A greenhouse sits in the midst of the overwhelming greenery, unreachable from years of neglect, its glass clouded and cracked. Statues reach out from within seas of weeds as if begging to be rescued. And most strikingly, behind a pair of rusted metal gates, at the very peak of the mountain, sits a graveyard. You can just make out a few of the headstones, the Scarlet name carved deep and proud into their faces. You notice what a good view someone would have of your window if they stood where you're standing right now. You crouch down, pushing aside the greenery to examine the soft earth. A boot print. A big boot print. And what looks like some kind of viscera. Your thoughts turn to the specter from the night before. You snap a quick photo, just in case it comes in handy later. You send the photo to Stella. Look what I found in the garden across from my window. No way that's Tabitha-sized. You head back inside. Time to figure out what to do with the rest of your day. Alright, we go to town. Tabitha isn't here to stop you now. You head outside, Back to the mountain path that leads to town. We're not coming back on time, are we? The walk back to town is much less pleasant today than it was yesterday, when you didn't yet know that the woods were full of monsters and strange men who know your name. You stare anxiously into the darkness between the trees, searching for any signs of movement. But the woods are still. At least for now. The autumn-tinged mountains sprawling for miles in every direction now feel less like beautiful scenery, and more like the walls of a cage. Your phone buzzes in your pocket. Geez, that's creepy. All the more reason to come to the library. Look who I found at library. Said she was up all night thinking about the video. Adding you to a group text. Oh, geez, a group text. I'm only here because it's quieter than the store. Or was, LOL. And I'm trying to figure out what animal that could be. I don't buy into this harbinger of doom stuff. We know that what animals they are. They're ditchlings, and they are harbingers of doom. Sounds like they're having fun. Dang, I need those scones. Can't wait to solve this mystery. Heart emoji. I thought I told you I'm out. LOL, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I'll be there soon. Almost back to town. Avery, beautiful. You make it to town in one piece. No creatures jumped out at you. No scary men blocked your path. The sight of other people is comforting, helping you forget the things you've witnessed, as if they happened to someone else. Oh, hey, Slogson. We were just talking about you. I stopped by Sybil's to pick up her new tea blend, and well, you're the biggest thing to come into town since the coal mine. Folks have been absolutely buzzing about you. You went out with Stella last night, right? Did something happen out there? She barely even waved when she walked by. Jeez, nosy much? I don't want to lie, but like telling the whole truth feels like a lot. We'll go with the truth. You tell Avery everything that happened last night. I have no idea what those things were, but they killed Duke and... Whoa, slow down. Duke is dead? It's true, I'm afraid. That's awful. Has anyone told Beau? Yes. He's taking it as well as you can imagine. I'll be going up to check in on him today. The poor lad. I can't believe you had to see that Oh wait, that's Avery, my bad. I can't believe you had to see that, Slogson. Tell you what, I'm on break for the next half hour. How about you swing by the diner? Winnie can fix you some of Sybil's new blend and try to calm your nerves. It's chaga and lemon balm. It's always helped me on the bad days. And if you need to talk about what happened, I'm all ears. Anyways, it's up to you. See you around, Slogson. See ya, Sybil. Take care now, Avery. I'd better get back to it myself. I got an achievement for telling the truth. I'm glad I was able to catch you this morning, if only to see how you were holding up. Please don't hesitate to stop by if I can be of any help. Why doesn't anyone in this town seem to know or care that a man died? This town has had a hard run of things, Slogson. People here lead difficult lives. Their pasts are full of death. No one in Scarlet Hollow is a stranger to it. Kanika and Miles lost their father not but a few years ago. We've all just had to learn how to live with it, in our own ways. As for your encounter with the police, people tell a lot of stories up in the hills, especially city folk who wouldn't know a bear from a Bigfoot. No offense, of course. But I'm afraid that means most folks aren't going to take your claim very seriously. At least, not until they see what you saw with their own eyes. Be gentle with them, Slogson. I'm so sorry to cut our conversation short, but I've got things that need tending to. Stay safe, and God bless. You probably have a bit of time before you're needed at the library. Yeah, we're gonna go by the diner. Fuck yeah. Avery! Avery! The diner is a little quiet today, but the air is still heavy with the tantalizing smell of breakfast. Warn the patrons of the danger? No. You slide into the booth across from Avery. Hey there, stranger. The worst character in this game? Why the worst? They're so beautiful. They're beautiful. What the fuck do you want from me? I haven't gotten to know them yet. Made it for the very end. I don't know how long I'm going, Dex, so it might not be the very end. What? An annoying bum? Not yet. Not currently from what I've seen. Look! Look at them. Look at Avery. Hey there, stranger. Before you can exchange words, Winnie sidles up. A fresh mug of tea in hand. I don't remember. I think I gave her a voice sort of at the beginning, but it was like not real. From the first interaction? First of all, may I say that Avery is literally not a bum considering they work at this diner? Benjamin? Look in the mirror before you start calling other people bums. What voice do I want to give Winnie? Bum job? It's a tiny town. It's either this or the fucking mines, bro. And Avery cares about their lungs. What voice do I want to do? I heard you might need this. I don't like that. The answer to 29 down is oink, by the way. What? But the clue is pen sound. How is that a sound a pen makes? Wait, pen like pig pen? Are you kidding me? How was I supposed to guess that? Go work in the mines like the rest of the community. Do some physical labor like Wayne. Don't tell anyone to be like Wayne. Wayne's creepy. I don't know why you even bother with those things. They're just gonna frustrate you. It's just something to do to fill the time. But maybe I should switch to Sudoku. Winnie leaves Avery contemplating daily newspaper puzzles, returning to her seat behind the counter. So, thanks for telling me about last night. If you want to really get into the grisly details, you can tell me. I won't judge. She's totally eavesdropping. She's totally eavesdropping, bruh. Can I romance everybody? Is that an option? Am I allowed to romance everybody at the same time, or do I have to pick one? So, oh wait, no, I already read that. I guess we could chat about last night, but I actually came here because I wanted to get to know you. Try your tea. What if you don't believe me? I guess we could talk about last night, but I actually came here because I wanted to get to know you. Oh yeah? All right. What do you want to know? I do want to try my tea real quick. It tastes like you're drinking mold that someone tried to unsuccessfully spruce up with lemon balm. Delightful. Politely put the tea down and never pick it back up. But nobody needs to know that. I probably should have warned you about the tea. Chaga does not mess around. It's supposed to be super healthy for you, and it sure tastes like it. It's a challenging drink. Let's see. Have you lived here your whole life? No, I moved here from Charlotte. Gosh, 3 years ago now? Maybe a little more. I've lost track. Aunt Winnie offered me a place to stay and a job. And who was I to pass on that sort of generosity? I was about to say, why did you end up here of all places? To be honest, it still feels like I just moved in. That's me with California. I've been here for like 3.5 years now. I feel like I just moved here. Practically everyone apart from the Cole folks grew up in this town. So it's like I'm the perpetual new kid. Don't get me wrong, folks here are plenty polite and friendly, but there's a shared history I'll never be a part of, like me and our friend group. Maybe you're more at home here than you think. Stella really talked up your party yesterday. I don't think she'd have done that if she didn't think you were really part of the town. It could be that you're getting in your head about fitting in. Hey, you know, thanks. I hadn't actually thought about it like that. Why'd you leave Charlotte? If you don't mind me asking. Nah, it's cool. I was having some education disputes with my folks. They had thoughts on how my life was supposed to go, and I had other plans. It, wasn't great. Especially since I was still stuck under their roof. When my aunt heard about it, she offered me a job and a place to stay. And the rest is history. Do you regret moving here? She's like, choose your answer carefully. I don't think I have the choice to have second thoughts. I'm not going anywhere without Aunt Winnie, and there's no way she's leaving this place. I don't don't feel like I want to tell Avery all the grisly details. All right, I should probably go. Totally get that. My shift's about to start anyway, so perfect timing. And hey, look, I know you don't want to get into last night, and I respect that. But I want to help if I can. The diner is where everyone comes to gossip, so I hear a lot about what goes on around here. I'll let you know if anyone mentions those monsters or anything else strange or unusual. Avery slips out of the booth, giving a friendly half-wave before disappearing into the back. You leave the diner, ready to continue your day. Let's swing by the general store. This is your first time seeing the general store in the light of day. A young man sits at the table by the register, too preoccupied with his phone to care that you stepped in. The young man looks up at your now quite pungent bag of peanuts, curls his lips in disgust, and returns to his phone. You should leave town. There are monsters in the woods. What the hell? So if I wanted to buy some chips or something, do I talk to you? Or... I need like an angsty teenager voice. Angsty teenager voice. You can just have some chips if you want. It's not a big deal. Wouldn't that be stealing? If Kanika cares about me offering someone some free chips, she can hire someone else and let me live my life. We make most of our money on bulk orders anyways. A bag of chips doesn't make a difference. I'm not about to turn down free stuff. If this kid is telling me repeatedly that I can just take a bag of chips, I'm gonna take a bag of chips. You got, ooh, salt and vinegar chips are delicious. It will sustain you in the coming days. When I get tired of peanut butter and jelly. Cool. What you doing on your phone? Playing a Dragon Ball game. It's not like it's cool or anything. I'm just killing time. You should get out of town. There are monsters in the woods. You've been talking to my mom too much. Oh, yes, okay. Kanika's brother, Sybil's son. There were pictures of people. I understand. See ya. See ya. He's got Dragon Ball pants on too. That's so funny. The young man's focus turns back to his phone as you leave the general store. I got an achievement for stealing, but it wasn't stealing. It wasn't, I promise. He told me I could take them. You enter the former town hall. What once must have been a stately foyer has since been converted into rows of shelves. Meeting rooms and offices long ago gave way to assorted reference collections and reading areas. I wonder where my friends are. Oh, hey, you made it. Shush Stella and pointed all of the books before reading it. I am going to do a second run of this game at some point in the future and just be a total asshole to everybody. I'm going to be annoying as fuck. But I never like to do that on the first pass because I want to play the game kind of as anticipated or as intended first. You head over to Stella's table and settle in. You made it. Glad you could join us. Wait, the voice was... Morning, Sloxen. You look tired. Snitch on the guy from the general store? Nah, we're not, we know what happens to snitches around here. We ain't doing that shit. I'll see if I'm dead, amped up. I've never done a Scooby-Doo before. You can't just tell someone they look tired. Haha, yeah, the estate isn't the easiest place to get a good 8 hours. I never realized houses could get so windy. I know it's scones, but it looks like cheese. I can only imagine. That place was already falling apart the last time I was there, and it's been years. I can't believe it hasn't been condemned. Not that there's anyone here to do the condemning. Anyways, I guess we should get started. Oh, before I forget, we've got to talk about that photo you sent me this morning. Kanika, check this out. Sloxen found it in Tabby's garden this morning, right in line of sight of their room. What is that liquid around it? It looks like pus. I did think it was Wayne, because also when I looked at it, it kind of thought that it was Wayne. Do you think it's Wayne? That creep who keeps coming around my mom's tea room? He snuck up on us last night and called out Sloxen by name, and those boot prints match up with the mining getup. Whoa, Apparently I missed a lot last night, huh? I wonder if there's any connection between that guy and what happened in the woods last night. Like what? I mean, I don't have anything specific, but we do have that whole prophecy of impending doom angle to explore, and this photo is weird. Pet the dog. I can't stop thinking about those splatters on the ground. If he's sick, maybe it's from the creatures you encountered. Fuck, I need another voice. Hey there, strangers. And literal stranger. We won't be strangers for long. Boiled peanuts. You extend your bag of peanuts to the librarian in a gesture of friendship and good faith. I don't know what to say. Is this a gift? I'm allergic to peanuts. Not serious allergic, but they give me a rash. Hey, Oscar. This is Slogson. You know, Tabby's cousin. Oh, I should have known you were a Scarlet. You look so much like Vivian. Not that I knew her very well. I was still a kid when they left. But that Scarlet resemblance, it's, strong. Not that that's a bad thing. I'm Oscar Gutierrez, Chief Librarian, and only librarian. Oscar's amazing. He practically built this library from scratch. Yeah, I'm a little jealous of what the kids around here get to grow up with. They don't know how good they have it. I don't know that the peanuts do have a payoff, but I'm gonna keep doing it anyway because it's so funny. Back when I was in elementary school, all the library had was a couple shelves of boring books donated by old people. Y'all are too kind. But speaking of kids, have either of you seen Rosalina around town? I don't want to be a helicopter dad, but she hasn't been answering my texts, and I wanted to make sure she isn't getting into trouble out there. You know the crowd she hangs around with. They're good kids at heart. I'm sure they're just up at the old Maxwell place doing teen stuff. I went up there plenty of times in my day, but I'll be sure to keep my eyes peeled. What's the old Maxwell place? It's this great old abandoned spot, and it's practically a magnet for young people. Even honor students aren't free from its call. I can't believe I used to be so reckless. The floors there were like Swiss cheese. I should really have a talk with Rosalina when she gets home. I'm sure she's fine. You might not want to let her run off like that anymore, though. It's not as safe as it usually is around here. Is that so? Kanika's right. There's some weird stuff going on out in the woods. That's actually why we came in today. Have you ever heard of creatures called ditchlings? They apparently show up around places on the brink of disaster, and they kind of look like if the Pillsbury Doughboy was a creepypasta. Kanika's mom told us about them last night after seeing some footage we got in the woods. Ditchlings? Doesn't ring a bell. Dang, worth a shot. Okay, if you were, say, trying to predict a horrible disaster that might befall our town, where would you start looking? Well, they say history repeats itself, so I'd probably try and figure out what sort of disasters this region typically falls prey to. Should I be worried about something? I don't know yet. I'll be right back. Gonna go nab some more books. Behave while I'm gone, Gretchen. You don't have to worry about her, Stella. You're such a good dog, aren't you, Gretchen? Here, have a biscuit, old gal. Gretchen inhales the soft biscuit, drool leaking from her toothless mouth as she swallows it whole. Ew. I'm pretty sure Stella's barking up the wrong tree, Oscar. I don't think you have to worry about any horrible calamity befalling the town. But she's right about the weird stuff. There's definitely something unusual going on out in those woods. A man's already dead. I'd say it's plenty reasonable to play it safe. Slogson, swole Slogson. Swole Slogson Scarlet. Try saying that 5 times fucking fast. Jesus. I don't remember what his voice was, so I'm gonna make it up. I'm gonna try calling Rosalina again. I'm sure she's fine, really. Rosalina's a smart kid. She knows better than to go around getting into trouble, and will make sure to keep our eyes peeled. Slogson, if you see a 13-year-old girl with a black braid and glasses, would you let her know her dad is worried about her? I'm gonna walk up and be like, hey, my name is Slogson. Your dad sent me here to check on you. Oscar anxiously wanders off, phone in hand. Got him. Just grabbed a whole mess of local history books. Stella sets a massive pile of books on the table and pulls up a chair.
All right. This is gonna be so much faster with the two of you here to help out. Got our snacks, got our books. Let's get this research party started.
I like her stickers. Her reading awaits. If that dog is looking at me like that, ain't no way in hell, ain't no way in fucking hell I'm gonna be able to get anything done. I'm only gonna be looking at this dog. What does it say? Haywood, Jackson, Swain, Macon, Clay. Does that say Transylvania? That does say Transylvania. Fabulous. We love it. Okay. What do we want to look at first? Okay, this is like Ancestor. Reading is for suckers. Let Kanika and Stella do the work for you. That's crazy. I will say, I've been researching like how to be a better audiobook narrator because like I want to get better. I want to streamline my process so that I work as quickly as possible so I can do as many books as possible as quickly as possible while also making them really good and stuff. And one of the things, and it's an obvious one, but it was like read the book before you start your narration. But guys, I have such a hard time sitting down and reading books. Like, it's different when I'm recording because I'm recording and I'm talking and I'm like thinking about the performance too. I'm not just like sitting and reading. But it's like this, I don't read books. I listen to audiobooks, but you can't listen to the audiobook if you're the one making the audiobook. So it's a struggle that I'm gonna have to figure out. I think I've decided I'll at least like skim books. If I get to narrate my sister's book, I have already read that one, so I'm ahead of the game on that one. Ugh, goodness. Let's do Silas Scarlet, soldier, woodsman, leader. Silas Everett Scarlet was born to Colonel Everett J. Scarlet in 1818, one of 12 siblings. He grew up in eastern North Carolina during a tumultuous time in the state's history, and not much is known about his life before he joined the army in 1836. God damn it, I meant to give... Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. It feels goofy doing this. Sorry, it's having to load. There we go. It won't help for this one, but it'll help for the next one. Oh, don't even get me started. Oh, brother. Don't even with me. Oh. I have a fancy badge. Oh, because I guess that makes sense. Because technically I'm subscribed to myself all the time, right? My finger slipped, sorry. Sihan, you should look in redeemables right now. It's very important. You should look there. You should look right at the top of redeemables right now. It should be to where it can only be redeemed once per stream. So, fingers crossed I did that right. I remembered to do it today, though. I was so proud of myself. I was sitting here, and I was like, like, I have a little bit of time. I'm really tired of editing. Like, I should get something done. And I looked down. Oh, and there was my sticky note that was like, create a first redeemable. And I was like, oh my god. So, I did it. I need to make, like, custom images for all of my redeemables. I think that would be so fun. Maybe if I'm ever just super bored and not doing anything. Because that happens all the time. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Okay. One of 12 siblings, he grew up in eastern North Carolina during a tumultuous time in the state's history, and not much is known about his life before he joined the army in 1836. Bet. He quickly rose through the ranks, in part due to his father's connections, but also due to a particular ruthlessness, for which he received the nickname, Bloody Silas Scarlet. No wonder all the Scarlets look fucking dour and sad all the time. And also, Nepo baby? Not a cute look. The federal government granted the now Captain Silas a tract of bounty laid in exchange for his service in the Indian War, and he settled into the hills of North Carolina in 1841. That land would become Scarlet Hollow. Woo! Hee hee, hoo hoo.
I meant to do it. I'll be honest, Hannah. I meant to do that yesterday and completely fucking forgot because I'll remember while the ad is running. And so then my brain was like, oh, okay, I just need to like do that before the next ad runs. And then I forgot. And the exact same thing today. I saw you send a message and I was like, oh shoot, I should do that. And then I was like, oh, it's in the middle of the ads currently. Great. Excellent. No interruption now. All my very important monologues that I like to give, all that great content that's super important and necessary for your life. But it started as a simple log cabin, built by Silas' own 2 hands, occupied by his family of 10. Silas, his wife Mary Joseph Mary Joseph? Brother, that's not even fucking subtle. Also, they named their daughter, the daughter's middle name is Joseph. Mary Joseph Scarlet, and their 8 children. Jesus Christ. Logging business brought many workers and fellow landowners to the hills, but it wasn't until Silas discovered rich seams of coal running underneath the entire region that Scarlet Hollow was really put on the map. He saved what he could and bought the surrounding hillside at a great discount. Can I buy some land at a great discount? I'll fucking live in a tent, baby. Cleverly hiding what he knew about the land's true value. Thus, he had all the resources to found Scarlet Hollow's now famous coal mine. You're finished with this one. Done. Let's do Appalachian folk monsters. I don't care about coal mines that much. Is that bad of me? I was gonna say I care about miners. Miners with an E. I mean, I guess I care about miners with an O, but like not in a weird way. A few entries catch your eye. Oh shit. I feel like you have to, you know, you can't, you know, in this day and age with the people that exist, you know, you just gotta do what you can. You gotta make sure you clarify things. Let's see. Wampus cat. Large cat-like creature with a loud howling voice, often said to sound like a woman crying out in pain. Tommyknockers. Enigmatic cave-dwelling creatures primarily known for causing mischief. I do not know how to pronounce this. Talipo? Talipo? Calypso? A small creature with a long tail and wide yellow eyes. Let's do Tommyknockers. Because it reminds me of Dex. Tommyknockers originated in Cornish mythology, spreading to the United States when Cornish immigrants began working in Appalachian mines. They're named for the knocking that can be heard from seemingly within the walls before a cave-in. According to some, the knocking serves as a benevolent warning. Others believe that the creatures take stolen hammers to the supports of mines and collapse them on whoever is unfortunate enough to still be inside. Dex score. They are traditionally thought to be impish, leprechaun-like beings, but some claim they are the spirits of dead miners, with an E, forever cursed to haunt their final resting place. But that sucks. The spirit of these dead guys, and they're like, cool, I'm dead, now you're gonna be dead too. Like, that's fucked up. Wouldn't you think that, you know, they would like, I guess maybe if it was like the benevolent version, where it's like, oh, they're trying to warn miners, that would like make more sense. You know? Devious Tommyknockers. That's Dex. Wampus cat. Often linked to Cherokee legends, some cite the Wampus cat as originating with the story of a woman who sought vengeance against a monstrous cat demon for driving her husband mad. What? She hunted it down, and by wearing a bobcat mask, tricked it into using its own vile magic on itself, freeing the people of their region from its evil. How does that trick it in? Am I the only one who's not connecting the dots here? How is that like... How is wearing a mask tricking it into using, like, is it like, ah, shit, I'm looking in a mirror. Better curse myself. Others say the creature comes from the story of a woman who wore the pelt of a wildcat to witness forbidden hunting rites. The hunters of her village gathered to perform the rites, and as she watched in secret from underneath the cat's pelt, but was soon discovered. For her indiscretion, she was fused with the pelt and transformed into a creature that was neither human nor cat, forced to wander the wilderness alone, feared by all. Her calls are those of great sadness and serve as a warning to anyone who dares go against tradition. Spooky. I was going to try to find other friends of ours that relate to these things, but I don't have anyone for that. There was a hunter who lived in a tiny cabin in the middle of the woods, all alone with his hunting dog. One night, after a particularly bad week of hunting, both their stomachs empty, the hunter spied something out of the corner of his eye. Some small creature had gotten into the cabin through a hole, and before he could even figure out what it was, He'd drawn his gun and fired at the thing, his hunger guiding his actions. But it was quick, and ran back through its hidey hole and out of sight, leaving only its long black tail, shot off by the hunter's rifle. I mean, you could consider that very good aim or very bad aim. If you're trying to kill it, bad aim. If you're trying to be cool, decent. "Guess this'll have to do," he said to his dog, and threw the tail in a pot to Tailipo, 'cause it's the tail. He and his dog ate well that night, the tail filling them both up. That was not a lot of stuff, but like, okay. The hunter crawled into the bed, satisfied, and his dog curled up at his feet. He woke up to the sound of long nails scrabbling across wood. His dog was nowhere in sight, only a rumpled spot on the covers where he'd been. And in the gloom, he saw two big yellow eyes staring right at him. Those are big. Oh wait, no, it's high-pitched. "I want my Tailipo." A high hoarse voice croaked from the darkness. "Go away," he screamed at the thing. But it stepped closer to him, still shrouded in darkness, the sound of long claws dragging across hardwood accompanying its movements. "I want my Tailipo," the creature growled again. "I'll get my dog after you," the hunter squeaked, his voice catching in his throat with fear. But there was no dog to be seen. "I want my Tailipo!" Before the hunter could so much as scream, the creature leapt from the darkness, long claws stretched out towards the hunter. No one is sure what the creature did to him that night, but the next morning, all that remained of the hunter, his dog, and his cabin was a chimney, standing alone in the woods. I feel like this is me narrating books. This is, if you ever wondered what it's like when I'm sitting over there in my dark booth alone reading to myself, this is it. The freak told this story, the fly on the wall, dead ass. You close the book and put it back. One of the hairs from the tail that fell off. Veins of Scarlet, a history of the Harlot Schollow. Nope, coal mines. I'm not dyslexic. Forced into retirement at age 50 due to a war injury from his time in the Indian Wars, exacerbated by his short stint serving as a captain in the Confederacy. Silas Scarlet also lost his eldest two sons to the bloodiest of wars, leaving his third eldest son, Andrew Jackson Scarlet. These people are not creative. Mary Joseph Scarlet, Andrew Jackson Scarlet, to take care of the mine. Under his leadership, the mine prospered, undoubtedly in part due to the growth of the railroad industry. Managed to evade the coal union for decades, making them one of the most profitable mines in the country. Andrew Scarlet built the surrounding town into what it is today, with expensive stone buildings, a bustling main street, and overseeing it all, the elegant Scarlet estate that was, until 1895, the largest and finest feat of architecture in the region. It's kind of weird how that kind of looks like a real picture. Like, it's not, but like, I mean, it's kind of interesting how they took like more like realistic things to put in the books. I always think that's funny when it's like a cartoon and there'll be like portraits on the wall or whatever of like their relatives or ancestors or whatever the fuck, and it's just like super realistic. I always think that's kind of goofy. Write a novel within 3 seconds. Once Upon a Time, the end. See, I just talked so fast. You might have only caught the beginning and the end. But it was there, I promise. It was really good too. Maybe some of my best work. I cried like 5 times. Culminating in the tragic collapse of 1918, it was found that Charles Shaw, the co-manager of the mine, had loosened security measures to increase production during World War I, resulting in a fatal collapse and the deaths of over 160 men and boys, some as young as 10. Was that sarcasm? Who, me? Never. I'm telling you, if you go back and you play that part at like 30 times speed, you get the entirety of The Lord of the Rings. All right. The casualties included Andrew Jackson Scarlet's son, Theodore Roosevelt Scarlet, his brother, Enoch v. Scarlet, who had taken over for their aging father during the bustle of the war, managed to pull the mine from the brink of ruin, thereby saving the town. So this is how your family made its fortune. So this is why my family's rich, but I'm broke? How does that work? I think I'm all done. Let's check in. All right. If we're going with what Kanika's mom told us last night, I think we can rule out any natural disasters as what brought the ditchlings here. I like how some of the scones are missing now. But not nuclear incidents. Looks like our state has a history with those. What about y'all? Find anything? Hold on. I want to screen grab this. I'm sorry, that's too fucking funny. I'm sorry. I'm so dead. Hold on. I'm gonna put this in Gen Chef just for no reason. I'm so dead. Before you can respond, a handsome black cat leaps onto the table. Almost on instinct, Stella slams her book shut. Aw, hey, Pixel. You might want to close your book. He loves to rip up any paper he can find. Look at that face. I'm sorry, I feel like I need to screen grab all of this shit. Oh, I'm dead. It's so fucking funny. Don't worry, little guy. I didn't forget your treats. Pixel immediately goes to town on Stella's treats. Sorry if Pixel's bothering y'all. Hopefully he hasn't gobbled up any of our books. He can't stand the thought that people might pay attention to anything that isn't him. Why do you let a paper shredder freely wander a library? Have you seen this little guy's face? How could I say no to that? Alright. You decide to leave Pixel be. Oh, cute! Oh, cute! Alright, I'd better get back to shelving. Let me know if y'all need anything. Let's see. Rosalina. Do you think there's a cult here? I love cults. I should start one. Guys, I was thinking about this earlier today. I don't know what to call people who watch my stream. I haven't thought of anything good. I've been trying to think of something decent, trying to think of something interesting, but everything I come up with, I don't know, like makes me cringe. I don't even have any examples, but anything I've ever thought of like, oh, this is what I could call people who watch my stream. Pff, nothing. I cringe. I die of embarrassment, and then I come back as a ghost. Let's see. I was talking about the things that I read. Wayne, look for Rosalina, I'll think. I really want there to be a cult. I love cults. You lean in and quietly whisper to Stella and Kanika. Do you guys think that there's like a cult here? Magic adjacent? I just feel like anything I've come up with, because I've tried to think of things that are like kind of D&D related ish, you know? And I feel like anything I've come up with is just insulting. You know? I just feel like there's not a good option there. You know? I can't call the people that I love so much and interact with NPCs. That's so rude. That's so unkind. Why would I do that? You know? I can't do that. That's unkind. That is one that I thought of and immediately was like, that sucks. Plus, also in today's culture, calling someone an NPC is actually an insult people use. Let's see. Ditchlings actually, maybe the ditchlings were actually nudists doing some sort of weird ritual. So true. Maybe they were summoned, tense and closed off. Cops are suspicious. I've got to say, maybe they're like summoned. Maybe the ditchlings were like summoned as part of a ritual or something like that. Seems unlikely. Well, okay, Kanika, fine. Close-minded much? Have you had any luck with Rosalina? Haha, not yet. I knew a teen would be a handful, but I didn't think it'd happen overnight. I'll probably head out once you're all done and check in on her usual haunts. Let's talk about... So Silas Scarlet. Rich guy in the South. I should have known it wouldn't be pretty. Ain't that the fucking truth? Guess he was a product of a different time. Future generations. Talk about a self-made man. Seems like a great dude. Lapsing in on himself. He seems like a terrible person, but I don't see what that has to do with bad omens or creatures in the woods. I understand. Rich guy in the South. Yeesh. I figured old money from the South wouldn't be great, but he, sure did some things to get where he was, huh? That book is a perfect example of why you should use multiple sources for your research instead of trusting the first thing you read on a subject. Yep, dude was a monster. The mines made a lot of money during the Civil War, too. And you can probably guess which side a North Carolinian business owner would be working for. Sorry you're related to him. Me too. Low-key, I really don't think he's that relevant to what's going on right now. I don't think Silas is really relevant to whatever is happening right now. I agree. We're talking about ancient history here. Yeah, we probably have better leads. It never hurts to have historical context. Let's do... I don't really know that any of that stuff has, like, a lot to do with this. TBH. Let's ask about Wayne. Do you think Wayne factors into any of this? I honestly wouldn't be shocked. There's something seriously wrong with him. Like, I can viscerally feel it in my guts. Maybe he's sick. Maybe that has something to do with what you saw in the woods. I don't know. I'd buy it. Let's talk about nuclear... Stella, what was that you were saying about nuclear incidents? Are we living in Fallout right now? You were talking about that Goldsboro thing, right? Yeah. Apparently in the 60s, a B-52 carrying a live warhead broke up midair and dropped a couple of bombs. Why is she laughing? Fascinating bit of history there. The first of the two bombs landed upright after its parachute got caught in a tree. Thankfully, it didn't go off. At the time, the government claimed that the bomb was unarmed, but it later came out that the only thing preventing a detonation was a single electrical switch which failed to trigger on the descent. And 60 years later, the second bomb still hasn't been recovered. That's not good. Right. Its conventional explosive disintegrated in midair, but most of the nuclear material was made unrecoverable by flooding. That's bad. We gotta get that shit. If I remember correctly, they just buried it and sealed it up. I've actually heard about that sort of thing being happen. Yes. In Lost, there's a nuclear bomb, and they bury it, and then in the future, it's like still there. Lost is a weird as fuck show, bro. God, it's so good. The nuke could have made the ditchlings. So the nuke made the ditchlings. Case closed. Looks like we got it, folks. I don't think so. Look, you never know with radiation. We actually know quite a bit. It just melts you. It doesn't make monsters. And a 60-year-old bomb isn't going to explode on its own hundreds of miles away and kill us here. That sounds like quitter talk. You never know. There could always be a whole underground society of bomb-worshipping mutants just waiting to blow it up. So true. I've missed this. I'm just saying, it's like, I don't know, and especially when you're talking about like, oh, pieces of nuclear material got lost and da-da-da-da-da and whatever the fuck, like, how, like, who are you to say like, oh, there's no way that that shit is not affecting us here? You don't fucking know that. And also, clearly the ditchlings weren't always here, so it's like, they moved, they migrated. Oh, I'm out of my tasty water. So about the coal mines here. Kanika visibly shudders. I get cold sweats just thinking about being in a place like that. I feel for the guys who work up there. I could never. Speak for yourself. I love a good crevasse. That's crazy. Oh? That's true. AoE. I love a good AoE spell, may I just say. I be yapping. That's true, though. Even if you just find something and, like, make it stand for something else. Guys, crazy thing. So, for Christmas, because I go through chapstick like crazy, right? No shock. I use chapstick like 3 times per stream minimum. But my mom got me all these like holiday flavored chapsticks for Christmas. So like this one was sparkling apple cider, but then it's like out. And so I went and grabbed a new one today, and it's holiday eggnog, which is like weird as fuck, right? But then I opened it and it smells like maple syrup. It's the most lovely thing. Like I want to eat it, and I'm not going to because that's weird, but like it smells so fucking good. Like, holy shit, it smells exactly like maple syrup. It smells like pancakes. That's crazy. It's eggnog. So weird. I don't even like eggnog. Okay. A new unit-busting mine collapsed from poor working conditions. Color me shocked. Foretell another... This could be it. Maybe the ditchlings are here to foretell another collapse. I wouldn't be surprised by that, but let's start up here. A union-busting mine collapsed from poor working conditions. Color me shocked. The way they're actually looking at me, I really feel like, you know, I kind of like this. I like games where I get to be the main character. Like, first-person perspective. That's one of the reasons I love, like, Cyberpunk so much and stuff. Is like, I'm me living in this world. Like, yeah, I'm V or whatever in that game, but, like, I'm me. This is me. I'm playing the game. I'm the main character. Love that shit. Alright. Yeah, it's pretty awful. That's what that sculpture out front is for. Commemorating all the men and children who died that day. I do be the main character. I wish. I wish I could feel like I was the main character instead of like... I'm that like side character. No, I'm like in crime shows where you don't actually see the body of the dead person. They're just laying under a sheet the whole time. That's me. That's me. Every kid in Scarlet Hollow learns about the collapse of 1918. I had a friend who would do her hair just like this in college, and I always loved it. Our teachers loved to emphasize how many children they had working down there, probably trying to show us how good we have it or whatever. She doesn't like it. Low bar, if you ask me. Yeah, to be like, kids, be grateful that you're not dying in a mine collapse today. I know that, like, your life is probably hard or whatever, or you think it is, but really you're wrong, and all of your problems are invalid. You know, that could be what the ditchlings are warning us about. I was gonna say that! Writing it down on the list of potential disasters. Yeesh, Stella, that's morbid. And besides, it was all Charles Shaw's fault. The labor market is way more strict now. There's no way you could get away with the kind of safety cutbacks he pulled.
Y'all don't actually think the mine is about to collapse, right?
No, I don't think so.
Phew, had me worried there for a second.
I hate to give Tabitha any credit, but the mine is safer now than it was back then. Still, what a horrible thought. You never know. Yeah, I was gonna say. Ooh, but there's more. You guys really seem to have a bone to pick with Charles Shaw. That's what happens when someone directly causes a monumental disaster, especially in a small town like this. People tend to spit when they hear your name. He got run out of town on a rail, you know. And that's not a figure of speech. Back then, they actually tied you to a rail and ran you out of town. There's a big mural of it over on the far wall. Okay, I want to see that. That's funny. He got off easy, if you ask me. What happened after the mine collapse? The book just kind of glosses over that.
There was a union for a little bit, but it didn't last. There's not a whole lot written about the past century here.
Yeah, the Scarlet Hollow mine isn't exactly the most ethically run business. I'm sure Tabby runs the mines better than Charles Shaw did. Still hasn't let the union in, though. There's a reason she and I don't talk. Damn. What if there's something toxic in the mines poisoning the town? Wayne seems sick. That is accurate. I'm not sure I agree with the collapse angle, but the mines seem important. The whole town is built around them. The mines seem too obvious. It's gotta be something else. No, I agree. I agree with Stella. Maybe the ditchlings are warning us about another collapse. I really wouldn't put too much stock into that. Well then thanks. Like, I'm coming up with solutions here. I'm giving ideas, we're writing them down. Stella and I are on the same wavelength, and Kanika's like, nah. Nah. Put it away. Don't talk about it. So, Appalachian folk monsters. Do you think the ditchlings are Tommyknockers? No. Do you think Wayne is a Tommyknocker? Honestly? Do you think Wayne is a Tommyknocker? Maybe he's the ghost of a dead miner. There's something seriously wrong with the guy, and we should definitely look into it. But I don't think he's a ghost. Ghost! Yeah, ghosts tend to be tied to a specific place. Though maybe he's haunting the whole town. He's not a ghost because ghosts aren't real. I've also seen him, like, touch stuff. He could have, like, an actual form. You don't know. You don't know how it works. You don't even believe, Kanika. Let's say Wampus cats kind of sound like they could be mountain lions. Voiced like a woman crying out. Somewhere between person-sized and cat-sized. Definitely. They are 100% mountain lions. Kanika, you know there are no mountain lions up here. I thought you were supposed to be a skeptic. But the myths are old, right? Mountain lions didn't go extinct in the Appalachians that long ago. Those legends just haven't died off yet. Almost every cryptid can be tracked down to either a hoax or someone getting confused about a perfectly normal animal. Sometimes both. Bigfoot, for instance, started as a prank. Then folks saw bears walking around on their hind legs and got freaked out. And now here we are. You'll eat those words when I get the first clear footage of a Bigfoot. If you manage that, I'll print out a piece of paper that says Bigfoot isn't real and literally eat it. I promise. Can't wait for that. I hope we find Bigfoot. I'm holding you to it. My mom used to tell me that Tale-a-Post story back when I was little. I can't believe I forgot that one. It scared me so bad I didn't eat soup for years. I thought a monster might try to dig it out of my stomach if I did. I love that one. There's this old chimney in the woods that I used to think was the chimney from Tale-a-Po. The one that was left after the thing did whatever it did. Now I know that's just because chimneys don't burn down, and wooden houses do. That doesn't mean it's not the chimney from Tale-a-Po. I've camped out there a couple times and seen some pretty spooky stuff. Yeah, I watched that video. You saw raccoons. You're gonna get rabies one of these days, chasing after wildlife like that. What can I say? I like to live on the edge. Let's move on. I feel like I want to check out the mines. Tabitha must fucking hate me, bro. Tabitha must fucking hate me, because then now I'm gonna, like, show up at her place of work and be like, I think your mine is gonna collapse because you're doing a shitty job. Yikes. We should check out the mines. Between Wayne, the old collapse, and the fact that the whole town's practically been built around them, it seems like the smartest place to start. Good idea. There's an awful lot of mines-related stuff in my notes. We can poke around, find out if anyone's seen anything weird. Just to clarify, you two are suggesting we go to question some of the miners, right? We are not poking around unprepared in the actual mines, right? Right? Yeah, totally. 100%. I would never. We don't even have a good reason to go down there. Good. Let's keep it that way. You know how I feel about the mines. I promise, Neeks. We're just going to question some of the miners. And if that questioning gives us a good reason to poke around, say, a cool abandoned coal mine, then we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. You can cross that bridge when we come to it. I am not going underground. I'm just messing with you. We'll stick to the surface. Yeah, and hopefully we can find out what happened to Wayne while we're at it. Maybe Tabitha can help us out. Hell no. Chance to know Tabitha better. I'm sure Tabitha's going to love that we're snooping around. Yeah, that one. We'll just have to make sure we don't get caught. We'll be super sneaky. I can even keep lookout. Look at us, going out on a caper together. I missed this. I missed it too. Though, there is something missing. Reese. I really miss that dude. I can't believe how long it's been. Have you seen him lately? Nope. I've tried to plan stuff, but he's been too sick. I didn't realize it was getting so bad. That poor guy. I wonder, maybe that's who I saw in the little cutscene at the end of chapter 1. You know, we could just pop over and surprise him. He seemed excited to meet No, wait, that's Stella. He seemed excited to meet Slogson. Maybe we'll finally get him to leave his little cave. Hell yeah, let's do it. See ya, Oscar. We'll let you know if we run into Rosalina. Rosalina! Spend some time in the library on Tuesday. I got an achievement. Reese's home stands at the edge of the forest wall, an isolated buffer cushioning the rest of the town from an unending wilderness. Reese, it's Stella. I brought some buddies, too. I love that hat. Big fan. Shh, he's still sleeping. Can I help you with something? The woman in the doorway stares directly into your eyes. You can practically feel her simmering irritation washing over you. Hi, Dr. Kelly. We were wondering if it would be okay if Reese could come hang out. Nothing strenuous, we promise. I'm not going to wake him up. If he's sleeping, he probably needs it. Whatever you two have planned is probably beyond what we can manage right now, anyways. What he can manage right now, anyways. Oh no, poor Reese. It's just been so long since either of us have gotten the chance to hang out with him. I'm sure he and Slogson would get along super well, too. You hold out your pungent bag of peanuts. Maybe you can bribe Reese's mom into letting him hang out with you. He can't eat peanuts. Reese's mom turns back to the house, sighing. Sorry. I know that was a little rude. You just want to hang out with Reese, and he misses both of you, too. He's usually feeling his best around mid-afternoon. Why don't you come over tomorrow? We can have some supper, and y'all can hang out for a bit. I don't know why. She's a doctor. She probably doesn't smoke 50 packs a day like the voice I gave her, but who gives a fuck? Small town. I don't promise that he'll be perky, but I'm sure it'll brighten his spirits to see you two again. And I suppose you can come too, Slogson. That would be great. I can bring a side dish. Maybe deviled eggs? Does he still eat those? No. Eggs are a little much for him. They don't settle well. You can leave the cooking to me. I know what he can handle. Snatched. Okay, I'll bring soda then. That's not... Okay, yes, fine, you can bring soda. Nothing with caffeine. Ginger ale, preferably. Just ginger ale? Hot damn. Oh, and leave the dog at home.
Oh, baby, so sad. She's so sad.
She might cheer him up. You know they have those therapy dogs, and
the book I've been narrating is about a woman with a therapy dog. It's fiction.
No dogs. Thanks so much, Dr. Kelly. We'll stop bothering you now. See you later. Dr. Kelly nods in acknowledgement and quickly shuts the door. The sound of several locks clicking into place can be heard from within. God, that woman makes me so nervous. She used to be so nice when we were kids.
And then she started to try quitting smoking. And then now she's grumpy. That's what it is. That's what it is.
Always had the best stickers when we had to get our shots. Maybe she's just stressed about Reese. Or maybe she's just nice to kids. Either way, I guess it's just the three of us. You gonna drive? Yeah, sorry. I don't like the thought of going up there without the van. Cool. I'll take my shortcut then. It shouldn't take long for me to get there. You're welcome to tag along, Slogson. Don't worry, I won't be offended if you'd rather ride with Kanika. I'm sure you're probably sick of the woods. Either way works for me.
Oh shit, who should I go with? I do want to know this, but that feels like pushy and rude. I feel like I want to walk with Stella. I just feel like I've known her
more in. Also, Kanika keeps shutting down all of my beautiful, brilliant ideas that come from the sparkling brain inside my head. And Stella actually, like, listens to me and cares. Stella, bet. Do we think it's gonna hurt her feelings really bad if I ask her why she's so tweaked out about cars? Do we think she's gonna crash out? I want to know, though. I want to know. Is that rude? Hold on. It's hot. I'm hot in here. I mean, I'm hot all the time. Let's be real. As is denoted by the hot trait that my character has, but, you know. Ask. Okay. We'll do that. All right, Stella. What is actually up with you and cars? The mines have got to be a ways off, right? Don't worry about it, Slogson. There's a lot of junk in the back of my van. It gets a little tight with more than 2 people. She deflected. At least she's a good friend. I'll walk with Stella. We'll meet you there. It must be really fucking bad. The woods are calm and serene compared to last night, though you can't help but feel that danger lurks just beyond the trees. Hey, thanks for coming along with us. With Gretchen and me, I mean. I hope I haven't seemed too cold about everything that happened last night. The truth is that I'm barely keeping myself together. I just don't know how to let it out. Duke died out there last night, and I can't stop thinking that it might have been my fault. If only I didn't drag you along into the woods. If only I did anything when everything went sideways. Stella pauses, searching for what to say. It's like there's this guilt boiling under my skin, but the only way I can process what happened is by turning off the part of me that feels things. When I'm around other people, it's like I think of Duke dying as just a thing that happened. Like it's just a part of another video. Because if I actually admit to other people that I feel something, then I'd have to admit to myself that what happened is my fault. It's not your fault. I don't know how to break this to you, but if you didn't hesitate last night, we all might have gotten out of there alive. That's crazy. That would be crazy. Toughen up. I can't have you falling apart on me this week. I think I'm gonna say this one. What happened, happened. We have to make the choice to move forward. Because, like, I don't want to dismiss the fact that, like, she did freeze up and could have helped but didn't. Like, I don't want to just dismiss that for the sake of, like, just being like, it's fine, because, like, it's not. But, I mean, yeah, what happened, happened. We gotta move on. Thanks, Slogson. You're right. I should be better at taking my own advice. I'm glad we could talk about this, though. I can't imagine what it'd be like to go through something like last night alone. The conversation comes to a dramatic halt, with you, Stella, and Gretchen all whirling around to face the source of the sound. Whoa, calm down, girl. It's just a bird. The same probably goes for the two of us. I guess we're all a little on edge. Let's hurry to the mine. It shouldn't be much farther. Are we ignoring the big fucking hole underneath this branch, bro? Are we ignoring the big fucking hole that was down there? Kanika casually leans against her van as you and Stella emerge from the woods. Hey. Y'all have a good walk? Yeah, it was great. I mean, not that you were missing out or anything. You didn't run into any of those creatures, did you? Nope. That makes sense. They're probably nocturnal. I don't know if I should feel relieved or disappointed. But we're all here. What's the plan? I guess we just go talk to people. I guess so. I should probably be on lookout duty. I'm a bit of a persona non grata in the mines. Tabitha? Yeah, I might have tried sneaking in to talk to her a time or two too many. And Gretchen makes it extra hard to be sneaky. We're probably less likely to get caught if only one of us is snooping around down there. Oh no, I wonder who it will be. This is a good question. I take it I'm the one of us you're talking about. I've got this. I'm not interested in sneaking around. I'm gonna go find my cousin. No. Talking to people scares me. You should do it, If Stella's on lookout duty and only one of us is going in, what's the third person doing? You know those cheesy rom-coms where someone wears an earpiece on their first date? Whoa, do you have some kind of surveillance rig in the back of your van that I didn't know about? What? No. I have a pair of earbuds with a really good mic. We can just do a group call. I take it I'm the one of us you're talking about. Tabitha and I aren't exactly friends, and pretty much all of the miners shop at the general store. I don't want to make folks uncomfortable, you know? It's probably for the best, Slogson. LOL. You're good, Kanika. I've got this. I'm not interested in sneaking around. I'm gonna go find... Okay, that's the same stuff as played before. I didn't peg you as shy. Not after our introduction last night. Last night? Oh, you mean when I called you cute? Well, you are. It was just an observation I made in the comfort and safety of my own home. Oh no. Just because I sometimes speak my mind doesn't mean I should be the one going in there. When she closes her eyes like that, I know it's eye makeup, but it kind of makes her eyes look like black pits, and it's kind of scary. You're good, Kanika. I've got this. You'll do great. Kanika hands you a pair of earbuds. We can feed you questions if you get stuck, and Stella can give you a heads up if Tabitha's headed your way. Dang, I've missed doing this sort of thing with you. You're so thorough. Thanks. I do my best. I guess we should part ways and start the call, yeah? Hold on. I need... I'm so dead. This picture of Gretchen. I'm so dead. Oh my days. I'm so dead. Oh, okay. We're good. Stella and Kanika break off, leaving you alone at the entrance to the mines. Your phone buzzes. Hey! Can you hear us? Try saying something. Something. Stella and Kanika chuckle on the other end of the line. Gretchen is so fucking adorable, but so goofy. Oh, Gretchen looks so goofy. Alright, cool. Nothing to do now but enter the work site. Let's go. You pass through the unlocked fence and enter the property of the Scarlet Hollow mine. Spooky ooky. There are just like a ton of people here. Like, how are they not gonna notice that the rando who walked into the diner that they were all fucking staring at is like walking around their site? Hello? I'm in. Alright, Morpheus. Good to know. Oh no, we're not gonna go, huh? Oh, I guess so. I guess I'm talking to them, but I'm not talking to anybody else. Or I'm trying to not talk to Tabitha. You approach the nearest group of miners. A blonde woman, a broad-shouldered man, and an old-timer. Their uniforms identify them as Harrison, Davis, and Zax. I think I technically gave these people voices in the diner, but fuck if I remember that. Which one is Zax? Is this one Zax? Yes, I can see it on the name tag. Well, he looks ancient. You got a reason to be bothering us? Hey, I'm Tabitha's cousin. No. So, what do you think of Tabitha? These are crazy. So I met this guy on the bus. What are these options? Oh, I want to be a little chaos goblin. Like, I really want to be a chaos goblin. So let's do it. So, what do you think of Tabitha? The miners stare at you, distrust in their eyes. Harrison chews her sandwich slowly. She works hard. She's a good boss. Who's asking? Y'all seem nervous. I can't say I blame you. Tabitha can be awfully frightening. She makes me so nervous. Always acts like someone spat in her coffee. Shut the hell up, both of you. Do y'all not value your jobs?
They've been looking for any excuse to lay folks off.
They're laying people off? That's the first I've heard of it. I guess once you lose your job here, you're probably not going to stick around for very long.
Please, know that I don't usually associate with these two, and their views do not reflect my own. I love it here, and I am fiercely loyal to Miss Scarlet.
Where is this gonna lead? So I met this guy on the bus. Wore a beanie and a shirt that said, "I want to, yeah." He said he had some friends working the mines up here. Does this have anything to do with what's going on in town?
A lot of people wear beanies.
This is so fucking funny. This is so fucking funny. Oh my god. I just want someone to accept a boiled peanut. You pull out your bag of boiled peanuts and offer them to the miners. He gave me some boiled peanuts. Do y'all want any? Oh no, is that where you got those things? Oh my god, they're at least a day old at this point.
Pass.
No thanks.
I'm good. Now, is there anything else we can help you with?
Seen anything weird lately? The miners look you up and down.
Weird how?
Oh, all of these are good. Have you heard any weird noises coming from the woods?
Not a peep. We're underground most of the day, though. You know, I heard something unusual the other night. Thought it might have been an owl or something, but it didn't sound right. It was an owl. You're just not used to the local wildlife yet.
Have you heard any knocking in the mines?
Can't barely hear nothing when the machines are going down there.
He's right. It's loud as shit. It does sound like knocking, though. The way the machine pounds through the rock. Not sure if that's what you were thinking. You're not asking about Tommy knockers, are you? Tommy what nows? Tommy knockers. They're like an old Welsh myth. Little guys that live in mines and knock on the walls before they collapse. Hello, Dex. One moment. Nothing like that around here. Have you run into any weird animals?
Nope.
You been talking to that townie?
The one the boss gave a lifetime ban to?
What? Wait, are they talking about me? Yeah, she's like a Bigfoot YouTuber or something. Her videos are actually pretty good. Yep, that's me all right. And aw, that's so sweet. But you know, now that I think about it, it's pretty weird. I haven't been seeing many animals at all lately. Used to be I'd see all sorts of critters. Now it's mostly birds.
This is your first year up here, ain't it? Just not used to the seasons changing. All the animals are hibernating, that's all.
I don't know, she's got a point. I've been up here 5 years now, and it's never been like this before.
Maybe it's that global warming then.
I think they're calling it climate change now. People getting sick? Like more than usual?
Nope, nothing like that.
I feel fit as an ox.
We have good working conditions in the mine, and our health is wholly looked after.
Alright then. Ask them about Wayne. Do you know anything about a guy named Wayne?
Yeah, we knew him.
Knew? He was such a cut-up. Miss that dude. Why are you talking about him in the past tense? I met him last night. Good question.
Wait, what? No way.
Isn't that the guy y'all said was,
Well, I guess he ain't. And he hasn't even skipped town, huh? A pretty unexpected turn of events, if you ask me.
What a relief. Thought something awful had happened to the poor guy. What did you think happened to him?
What are you, some sort of cop?
Yeah, I'm a cop. And I'm looking into whatever happened to Wayne.
Yeah, I don't like the smell of this one bit. I know bait when I see it. Let's get out of here. Our shift's about to start anyways.
Damn. Sorry. Fuck, I wanted to know. I want to know what's going on with Wayne. I'm imagining that under whatever bag or whatever was on his head, that there's just like a tank with floating eyeballs. That's what I picture. The miners pack up their things and leave. Maybe it was just me, but they seemed to think Wayne was dead, right? It wasn't just you. Don't worry about the miners storming off like that. That's some pretty good info. Let's go to another group. Oh, so many new voices. A flash of movement in your periphery stops you in your tracks. There's something lurking in the shadows to your right, and against your better judgment, you turn to face it.
You shouldn't have come here. It's dangerous.
Attack him. Ah! We're gonna go here. Your buddies seem to think you're dead.
I am the only person in this town who truly cares about your safety. Don't forget that. Even if it's already too late to stop what's going to happen.
His shirt is soaked in blood.
What's going to happen?
Before you can say another word, the figure is gone. Hey, Slogson, are you still there? We've just been getting static from you. Dude, who even are you, really? This ain't Wayne's world. This is Slogson's world. Get over it. I had to, Dex. I had to. There was a night, the night that I was introduced to this game, Ben made me the main character, and he named me Slogson, and it was too funny. I had to keep it up. It was too fucking funny. Because then I get to walk. Because then anytime anyone introduces me, they're like, "And this is Slogson." It's so fucking funny. Oh, don't mind me. Our new friend just stopped by to say hello. Whoa, I thought I saw you talking to someone down there. Are you okay? He said some real ominous shit to me. I am the only person in this town who truly cares about your safety. That sort of thing. What the hell is that supposed to mean? Yeah, I care about your safety. Wayne trying to make me leave just means that we're on the right track. I'm not about to back down. Whoa, so brave. I know. Heck yeah, Slogson. We've got your back. So stupid. I wonder how much I can push it before Tabitha just like comes down and finds me. I'm on a call with two people. So the two people I'm with are like outside of the mine property in a van, and I'm wearing headphones so that they can hear what I can hear and I can talk to them. I'm just talking to the voices. I named the voices Stella and Kanika. Ugh, I need more random man voices.
Hey there. Can we help you with something?
Do y'all know this guy I met on the bus? He said he had some friends up here. Here we go again. You gotta tell us about this guy later, Slogson. What voice did I just give this guy?
Maybe. What's he like?
You tell the group of miners about your encounter on the bus yesterday.
I think I'd probably remember someone like that. Yeah, he's no friend of mine, that's for sure. Never met him.
Don't know him. It's settled then. Your mysterious bus stranger is a ghost, just like Wayne. Or he was lying about knowing people here. Or his friends were here for a bit and left town. Sure, those are perfectly rational explanations. But so is a bus ghost. All equally rational theories. Aren't you ghost skeptical? How is a bus ghost a rational explanation here? My watch just congratulated me for standing up when I didn't. Oh my god, guy on the bus is Wayne? I hope not. The guy on the bus was a fucking freak. This guy gave Slogson those peanuts, too. That's not the sort of thing ghosts are usually known to do. You never know. Part of being ghost skeptical is keeping an open mind towards all manner of potential paranormal encounters. Do any of you know a man named Wayne?
Wayne? Do you mean Sam Wayne? What are you asking about him for?
Wait, have you seen him? I saw him just now. He's been following me. It's real creepy, man. Ooh, maybe I should be like, oh, I heard he went missing, you know, like, what have you guys heard, you know? No, I think I want to do I saw him just now. I saw him just now. He muttered some creepy stuff to me and disappeared. I knew it. He probably just got back to camp after whatever he went off to do.
Hold on a tick. Creepy isn't exactly his MO. You know that, Isaacs. How do you know it was Sam Wayne? I don't recall seeing your face around here before.
The name on his jacket. Wayne. Just like yours says Smith.
So do all of our jackets. But if I switch with Isaacs, that don't make me Isaacs.
No, it's gotta be him. There's no way he's dead. I keep forgetting all the voices I do.
You really think he's running around town creeping on strangers and ignoring his friends and coworkers? Seems more likely to me that somebody took care of him, so to speak, and is running around in his clothes.
The miners stand in silence for a moment, considering what they've just heard. That's not possible. That's ridiculous.
This is messed up.
But who would do something like that?
I don't know. Why don't you ask his girlfriend? Yikes. Do you think... No way. Just saying. He wasn't exactly the first fella to fall for her. Charms. Lots of heartbreak in that woman's history. Lots of jilted ex-lovers, if you catch my drift.
Dang, who are they talking about?
I told him not to get involved with her. I told him.
Fascinating. Surely they're not talking about Tabitha, right? Who was Wayne seeing?
Whoa, now. If you don't know, there's no way I'm poking that wasp's nest. Forget we said anything. It has to be Tabitha. It has to be. There's no other option. Yeah, I don't want to be next on the chopping block. Come on, don't dangle something like that. Look, I just don't want to cause any trouble. Enough people are losing their jobs as is. I've got mouths to feed. Losing their jobs and, in Sam Wayne's case, disappearing. We've already said too much. Come on, boys. Isaacs, talk to me. No, talk to me!
Shit. Should we check in? Just a heads up, the only group I still see out there is pretty close to the main office. It might still be worth talking to them, but I don't know if I can give you all that much of a warning if Tabitha comes out. Do we risk it for the biscuits? Do we bisquick for the risk quicks? I think we do. I think life's fun with a little risk. I want to try and talk to one last group of miners. Risk it, biscuit, biscuit, biscuit. Good luck.
Going around asking questions, huh? You don't look like you're from the inspector's office.
Oh wait, that's a different person.
You don't look like you're from the inspector's office.
Do you two know about the mysterious stranger who bothered me on the bus? You told the miners about your encounter yesterday. Which one was Johnson? Johnson was the other.
I've never known anybody in my entire life. How about you, Tate? That's crazy. Yep, never known a soul.
This is going nowhere. Let's face it, Slogson. Whoever you met on that bus is one of those loose ends you'll just have to live with for the rest of your life. That's so fucking funny. What can you tell me about Sam Wayne? He got himself into trouble, didn't he? I already forgot the voice I did for all these people. Why, you seen him around? What's that young buck up to? Oh, I didn't mean to press that. What do you think he's been up to? I think he's been doing a slasher movie, but in real life. That's crazy! I think he might have been murdered, and someone's going around wearing his bloody clothes and pretending to be him. Now, if that's true, that's quite the development. I figured he just ran off to live in that big mansion with his belle. It is Tabitha! Stella audibly gasps. The thought of a strapping young man like him with that sour-faced broad always left such a bad taste in my mouth. Oh my god, gross. And if you wouldn't fall on your knees if a woman of means showed the slightest bit of interest in you, or any woman at all. Fair enough. But I suppose this begs the question. Did she run him off, or did some jealous son of a bitch oust him? Pearlan, no. Wait, are you talking about Tabitha? Yep. Dang, I figured that's what they were getting at, but it's weird to hear it out loud. You good, Stella? Yeah, I just had no idea. That's so weird. Have you noticed anything strange around here lately? All kinds of weird stuff happens in these hills. What sort of weird do you mean? Any noises from the woods? All the time. Howling, screaming, all sorts of fiendish caterwauling. Oh wait, I think that was wrong. It's fine. Probably just screech owls and bobcats, you old coot. Might be, might not be, but I heard something the other night that sent the fear of God shivering down my spine, I tell you. It was probably a ditchling, a portent of doom. I saw the creatures that made that noise. Pale, hairless, and horribly misshapen with little twisted up faces. The two men stare at you, a look of disquiet in their eyes. I ain't never heard of anything like that up here. Damn, that almost sounded like a ditchling. My grandma used to tell me stories about them when I was a little kid. I guess it's not just my mom. They said well, I mean, they're probably going to say the same thing of, like, I couldn't hear anything anyway. People getting sick? I mean, some of the older miners, sure. But I wouldn't call that unusual. Have you heard any knocking in the mines? You asking us if we've heard the Tommyknockers? Course we have. We're old-timers. All us who was here before the machine got brought in know the Tommyknockers. What a nuisance. Always stealing my hammers. It's true. I had a pickaxe stolen too. And when you heard knocking coming from one of the old tunnels, it was enough to make a man pray. Looks like I figured out what to do for my next video. You better not be thinking of going into those old mine shafts alone. Honestly, yeah, that's so fucking dangerous. I could always use a partner in crime. I'm going to wind up going down there with you, aren't I? Any weird animal sightings? I saw a raccoon with a big old tumor last week. Spooked me something awful. Okay, that's the same thing that was happening to the other animals. That's nature for you. Not always pretty. Oh, it's so gross. That wasn't a tumor, it was an egg. There are these things in the woods, laying eggs in the animals. I knew it. I knew there was something weird about that raccoon. I believe it. There are things out in them woods nobody's ever seen before. It's still wild country, even if we've carved it into pieces. I for one ain't gonna go near them trees until some scientist folks come and sort out whatever's going on out there. Maybe I should cash in some sick days and go see my cousins in Asheville, just to be on the safe side. That's all on that front. Sure. So what do you think of Tabitha? The two men shift uncomfortably.
Not the kindliest woman I've ever met.
She runs the place all right.
Tell that to all the boys she's been laying off lately.
Keep going around saying that and see how long till you're one of them boys.
All I have to say is, a mine that's doing well doesn't go around laying off its workers for no reason. I'm not so sure any of us are gonna have jobs in a few years.
Tate, you're a damn fool. You're gonna be up next if you keep up that kind of talk.
So be it. But a man needs to speak his mind sometimes.
That's all. Thanks for the help.
My pleasure.
Slogson, I think we've got a problem. Houston, we've got a problem. Slogson, we've got a problem. Shit. I had a feeling that was the problem that was headed my way. What the hell are you doing here? Ah, crap. Good luck. Sorry, Slogson.
And that's our cue. Pardon us.
You shouldn't be here. This place is dangerous. Why can't you just stay in the estate and stop sticking your nose where it doesn't belong? And what is that ridiculous thing doing in your ears? Are you trying to record my employees? Are you trying to record me? Tabitha snatches the earbuds out of your ears and throws them to the ground. Typical phone-addicted city dweller. Ugh. Gah. And I have a meeting in 5 minutes. I can't even drive you back. Okay, look. I don't want you wandering anywhere else. Just stay here for an hour. I can take you back to the estate as soon as my meeting wraps up. Can you please do that for me? Oh shit. Oh shit. I need you to take what's going on right now seriously. I need you to take me seriously. I just wanted to spend some time with my favorite cousin. Trust and know. Did my sound just cut out? I think I accidentally just turned my headphones off. Okay, we're good. I accidentally turned my headphones off. It didn't make the turn off noise, so I was just confused because all of a sudden there was just silence. Alright. Oh, wait. There we go. Okay. Do I just go in with the facts? I think I just go in. I think I just be bold. You were dating Sam Wayne. What happened to him? Excuse me? I'm not dating anybody. I don't even know a Sam Wayne. Whoever's been telling you this is clearly trying to spread rumors to hurt my character. Who said that? I want names. Sure, Tate, Johnson, and Isaacs. Those were the ones who told me. No. What, you think I'm just going to rat them out? Tabitha, he's been following me. Why? How should I know? I don't know what these people told you, but I'm sure it's all bullshit. I don't involve myself with their lives. You think a bunch of miners on break are just going to be honest with a random stranger that wanders into their camp? You're more naive than I thought. I need to get to my meeting. Just stay here until I come get you, and do not move a muscle. Oh, and if you don't want to be followed by some weirdo, just stay home. That sounds like victim blaming to me. If you don't want to be followed by creepy people, don't leave your house. Ever. You know, when you run out of food, just eat the drywall. Eat your PC. Delicious. Tabitha rushes off to her meeting. You stoop to the ground and pick up Kanika's earbuds. Sorry I wasn't able to give you a better warning. You good? Yeah, I'm good. Oh no, that's the daughter, isn't it? That's Rosalina. You're interrupted by a sudden movement out of the corner of your eye. A girl carrying a bundle of snacks pops through a hole in the fence and disappears over the crest of a hill.
Hey, I think I just saw Rosalina. Wait, really? What is she doing here? Clearly she's doing a delinquency.
She's probably fine. Kids will be kids.
I'm going after her. Good idea. We'll try and catch up with you.
I am, in fact, moving a muscle. Oh, that's horrible. Don't go in there. You rush over the hill and get your bearings. The sounds of active mining fade into the distance. Rosalina is nowhere to be found, but dusty footprints point toward a nearby mine. She didn't. I guess the old Maxwell place doesn't cut it as a secret hangout spot these days. But the Shaw mine? That place was shut down like 100 years ago. After a collapse that killed over 100 people. And here I thought Stella was going to be the one to drag me into an abandoned coal mine. Have teens always been like this? Honestly, this is so true. I feel like I really missed out on my risk-taking years. Like, I really do. I think I always had too much of a brain. Like, I think that my brain has always been fully developed. I never had a time where it was like, I'm invincible, I can live forever. Oh my god. Oh my god, there's ditchling. Oh my gourd. Wait, I'm covering it. Hold on. I'm still covering it. Shit. Fuck. Balls. Shit. Fuck. Balls. I can't not cover it. Oh, there. Oh, you can kind of see it. My thing is still low-key kind of covering it. It's up there. It's up here. Damn, that's crazy. Yes, I've always wanted to sneak into an abandoned coal mine. Have teens always been like this? I feel like I really missed out on my risk-taking years. I never did anything like this. Yeah, I would never. I would never. Okay, maybe I've poked my head in there a few times. Well, let's get in there before someone gets hurt. Whoa, you sure you want to tag along, Neeks? Slogson and I can handle this on our own. Yeah, I'm sure. As much as I hate confined spaces, I'm not about to let Rosalina get hurt in there. Even if it means I have to go underground. Shit. Stella and Kanika disappear into the mines. Before you follow, you briefly wonder if you should let Tabitha know about this. Nah. You take a deep breath and follow your new friends into the mine. I always get worried because, like, when I clicked, like, no, don't tell Tabitha, I got an achievement for that. And that makes me afraid because that makes me feel like it was important and I fucked it. The inside of the mine is warmer than you'd expected. The air thick and wet. The ceiling hangs much lower than you are tall, forcing you and your companions to hunch over, your legs bent in a painful squat as you begin to navigate its maze of corridors. Jesus, it's cramped down here. Does anyone else's chest feel tight? Yeah, abandoned mines are way more claustrophobic than people expect them to be, and this one's real bad. You know, because of the child miners. Or should I say the minor miners. Kanika visibly shudders. Okay, I'm not superstitious, but if there's one way to make sure you get haunted, it's cracking jokes about dead children laborers while walking on their graves. What can I say? I do my best to tempt the spirits wherever I go. I can't believe you'd come down here on purpose. Yeah, it was part of my ghost hunting phase. Jesus, Stella. The things you do for your viewers. Did you find anything? I wish. If any place in Scarlet Hollow was actually haunted, it'd be this mine. Hands down. But all I got was dust in my lungs and a couple of false alarms. Thank you, Hannah. The deeper you progress into the mine, the heavier the air becomes. Coal dust hangs in thick clouds around you, even though this place was abandoned over a century ago. Stella pauses as sound rushes overhead. Oh my god, what was that? The mine's going to collapse and we're all going to die here, aren't we? Stella sighs longingly. That's just how wind sounds down here. You sound so disappointed. It just brings back memories of my last foray into these depths. Every time I thought I'd finally found a spooky ghost there wound up being a very unghostly explanation. Like local wildlife, for instance. Stella turns her flashlight up towards an alcove overhead. Those guys got me real good last time I was here alone. Oh my god, there are bats down here? I'm going to get rabies, aren't I? I'm going to get rabies and die in a mind collapse. You holding up okay, Neeks? Yeah, sorry. I'm just a little on edge. Kanika is stopped mid-sentence by a thunderous knock echoing from deeper in the mine. Okay, what was that? That was... I have no idea what that was. Did that sound like knocking to you guys?
Those are totally just normal cave sounds.
What? Let's do... We should hurry and find Rosalina. Yeah, agreed. The sooner we get out of this death trap, the better. Gosh, I wonder if those sounds are Tommyknockers. Okay, no. Tommyknockers are not real. They're not allowed to be real. Are you trying to give me a panic attack?
They're not allowed to be real is so funny.
I'd love to spend some extra time poking around down here. Maybe it's got something to do with the mystery. The three of you are interrupted by a second, much less distant sound of a can being popped open. Okay, now that wasn't Tommyknockers. It came from this way. Follow me. These kids are in so much trouble. You and Kanika follow Stella further into the mine.
Yo! Oh my god, Kanika's brother is here. Oh shit.
You breathe a sigh of relief as the tight passageways give way to a small cavern. A group of teens turns and stares at you with annoyance. What the hell are you all doing in here?
Hoodie girl.
What the hell are you doing in here, you creeps? Are you stalking us? Yeah, creeps. I just said that, Alexis. If I wanted an echo, I'd yell into the Grand Canyon. Hello, John.
If I wanted an echo, I'd yell into the Grand Canyon. What are you, 5? I want to roast these teenagers. I want to roast them. What are you guys even doing down here? This is the most miserable place I've ever been in my entire life. Make sure you don't hurt yourself. Your dad's looking for you. Chill out. They're just teens. Let them have their fun. If I wanted an echo, I'd yell into the Grand Canyon. What are you, 5?
I'm 15, you loser. Who even are you? That's Slogson, Tabby's cousin. Rosalina, your dad is worried sick about you. And if you ask me, he was right to worry. Why the hell would you think hanging out in an old mine would be a good idea? Is the Maxwell place not dangerous enough?
That's Slogson. Super normal name. This is why I don't hang out with teenagers in real life. One of the many, many reasons. I don't need a bunch of children roasting me. No, thank you. I'm good. I have enough adults roasting me at all times.
Because no one usually comes in here, duh. Everyone knows we hang out at the Maxwell place now, so we had to find a new hideout. Which you instantly found, so I guess we have to find an even more secluded place where we can just be ourselves.
A little old to be hanging out with teenagers? Yeah, I don't want to do that. Again, for a number of reasons. I don't want to hang out with... I just said I don't. Hello? Get on the same page as me.
I can't believe your dad sent people to follow you, Rosalina. That's messed up. I think that qualifies as harassment. You're right, Becca. It is messed up. I don't need him telling me where I can be. You can at least check in so he knows you're not dead. He loves you and worries about you. He's really not asking for much. Don't you kids have school tomorrow anyways?
The high Bugs Bunny giving the finger is so funny.
It's fall break.
And we're not kids. Yeah, we're teens.
Are those canned strawberry margaritas? Where did you even get those?
She's gonna see her brother. The teens avoid eye contact. The one you met earlier at the general store tries to melt into the cavern wall.
Oh no. I know that isn't you, Miles. It had better not be you. Yeah, whatever, it's me. What are you even doing here? Becca's right. Sounds to me like you're stalking and harassing and all that. You're supposed to be minding the store. It's not like anyone even comes in on Tuesdays. And Mom's there, so it's fine. Eyes dart uncomfortably around the cavern as Kanika tears into her brother. It's not fine. It's extremely not fine. Why do I always have to be the responsible one? Do you know what I would give to be as carefree as you? I left school so you would have a chance to live your life. And this is what you're doing with it? What would Dad think if he could see this? Stealing booze from the family store to dick around in an abandoned mine. Dad's dead, Kanika. But if he were here, he'd be disappointed you wound up being such a bossy jerk. Who cares if we're having canned margaritas somewhere nobody's supposed to bother us? Damn! Damn! Dad's dead, but if he were alive, he'd be disappointed in you. That's crazy. Drinking somewhere safer and let the kids have their fun. If you don't make bad decisions, that's on them. That's what y'all do for fun right here. Maybe the ditchlings were kind of inevitable. That's a fair point. Not that these kids know what ditchlings are, but you know, you get it. Let's do... I'd love to help y'all sort this out, but can we maybe do it not in an abandoned coal mine? Oh, and what are you, an expert on mine safety? They only abandoned this place because there isn't enough coal left to bother digging anymore. My dad told me, and he's an actual foreman at the continuous mining facility, so he knows what he's talking about. Wait, I thought your dad was a charge hand. No, Alexis, he got promoted last month, and he says this place is totally safe and we can hang out here anytime we want. Becca's dad's right, though. Check out how sturdy this place is. Oh, this stupid idiot. The teen with the beanie jumps up and slaps a strut on the ceiling. Oh, was that the knocking we were hearing earlier? One of these days I'll find a real Tommyknocker. Oh my god, Zane, cut it out. Jumping up to hit stuff is extremely 8th grade. We're 9th graders now. No offense, Rosalina. None taken. The other 8th graders are totally immature. Not like you, Rosalina. You're chill and smart too. Quiet, all of you. I don't care where your dad works, Becca. This place isn't safe. Just because these old timber struts have stood this long doesn't mean they'll stand forever. I'm not listening to what some sad 20-somethings have to say about where we're allowed to be. Hey, I'm not sad. Where'd you get that idea? Running a clickbaity YouTube channel where you run around in the woods chasing nothing is extremely sad. Anyways, Rosalina isn't going anywhere. She's better off here than at home. Yeah, tell him about where you have to sleep, Rosalina. We've been living in the library for the past couple weeks. Dad says we can't stay at our house. They've got a hot plate and a couple cots in one of the pack rooms. It's actually a pretty sick setup. No, it isn't, Zane. Rosalina deserves better. I'm sure Oscar has a good reason for that. He's a good guy, and he cares about you, Rosalina. He thinks our house is haunted. Oh. Wait, what? It's such a bullshit excuse. I bet he couldn't afford it anymore and is lying to you to save face. What a coward. Becca, I don't think you can, say that about other people's families. Isn't that, bullying or something? Shut up, Zane. Back up. He says it's haunted? I can't believe he didn't mention it to me. I could investigate. There's no ghost, Stella. It would be cool if there was, but Becca's right. I just wish he would be honest with me and tell me what's really going on. It's like he doesn't think I can handle it. Like I'm still a little kid. I'm not going away on them. Between down the two, she's talking about to protect you, treat you more like an adult. How do you know there isn't a ghost? That's right. I'd be surprised if your house wasn't haunted. That's funny. That's funny. I like that. How's it going? I don't want to be a stuffy adult. At this rate, I'd be surprised if your house wasn't haunted. I've seen some real bad things in this town. Even if it isn't a ghost, it doesn't mean Oscar is lying to you. Ugh, why are all the adults in this town such weirdos? There is no ghost. There are no such things as ghost. Oscar is just lying. Yo, what if we break in and ghost bust the place anyways, just to be sure? Oh my god, Zane, you can't ghost bust if there is no ghost. Also, Rosalina lives there. You can't, like, break into her own house. She can't, like, break into her own house. There's no ghost that you know of. I bet we could figure out how to bust it if it's actually real. And if it isn't real, well, problem solved. You know, Rosalina, you could always stay over at my house until Stella ghost busts your place. We have a finished basement with a pull-out couch. Why are we talking about this like it's a thing? It's not a thing. There is no ghost. Whether there's a ghost in Oscar's house is a question for a time when we're not in immediate danger. And to ruin everyone's fun, the answer is probably no. There's not a ghost. Now I'm gonna drag my shithead brother back home and suggest you kids leave this empty mine before someone gets black lung, or gets crushed by rocks, or meets any of the many terrible fates people tend to meet in abandoned mines. Kanika is interrupted by a pair of thunderous knocks. That wasn't me, I swear. Then what was it? Come on, Stella. Stella, didn't you have a whole list of perfectly natural explanations for scary mine noises? It's Tommyknockers for sure. I know this isn't why we came down here, but we've got to check it out. Stella, do you have no sense of self-preservation? You hear something over the sound of Stella pleading with Kanika. Something like the shuffling of feet on stone and the whispering of mischievous teens. You turn to see Becca and Alexis gone, and Rosalina crawling into a small tunnel in the cavern wall, but she hastens her movements when your eyes fall on her. Rosalina, stop! But she doesn't listen to you, instead slipping into the tunnel and joining her friends. You're kidding me, really? Wow, Kanika, maybe if you weren't still scared of the dark or whatever, you would have noticed them sneak off. I noticed them sneak off, and like, I've been zoning out the whole time we've been here. Oh hey, they must have squeezed through that child-sized tunnel. Oh no. No. Dang, I've always wondered where that goes. I've never been able to get these hips through there. Becca's head pops out from the tunnel's entrance. We are not about to let you come in here and ruin our good time. The mine is safe. I've been here 1,000,000 times. Yeah, if Becca says we're safe, then we're totally safe. Whatever. Come on, you two. I know a cool spot this way. Okay, I think we can catch up with them if we just follow their voices. Do you want to take these two out of here while Slogson and I track them down, Neeks? Look, I know I've made a bit of a fuss about not liking this place, but I'm not about to leave you two alone down here. What if something bad happens and I'm not here to help? Or what if you run into something totally normal down here that you think is a ghost, and I miss out on my chance to figure out what it actually is? Alright, knuckleheads. If I don't escort you two out of here myself, can I trust you to actually leave and go home? Yeah, sure. I could never fit in that tunnel anyways. They have crossed a barrier that I cannot, so my time here is up. But only because Stella promised me a ghost hunt tomorrow. Whatever, I still have to do my dailies anyways, and the service down here sucks. Good. Now go. My throat is killing me, guys. Hot damn. Non-stop talking for 2 hours will do that to ya. Miles and Zane quietly head back towards the entrance. Alright, let's get this over with. Low-key, this is a good question though. Like, what's the point of going after them? They aren't gonna listen to us. So unless we're planning on going in and literally physically dragging them out, not much we can do. What's the point of going after them? They don't want to listen to us. I don't want to be stuck in an abandoned mine playing cat and mouse all night. I wouldn't worry too much about it. Their teenage bravado will probably start to shrivel away in not too long, and we'll be there to help them safely and calmly find the nearest exit when that happens. Miles and Zane decided to leave as soon as the other three split. I'm sure Rosalina and the others are going to want to leave as soon as we find them. Right? Don't worry, you guys. It'll be fun. And safe. I don't know about that one. You call everything fun and safe. And here I am, still in one piece. Do we think it's been the hour that Tabitha told me not to move a single muscle? Do we think that time has elapsed yet? Probably not too far off, right? And here I am, still in one piece. I'm coming along, but I want to stress that it is against my will and better judgment. Alright, let's do this. We can get coffee at Winnie's once we're all out of here. My treat. The dog. You and Kanika exchange a glance as Stella ventures forward. As the three of you move deeper into the mine, you hear echoes of conversation bounce across the walls. What if someone dies? Could happen. Has already happened, notably. Not in this chapter. Becca, why are we doing this again? We could get in so much trouble. We're doing this because I'm not about to take life advice from a YouTuber and a dropout. Whoa, that is so uncalled for. I didn't drop out. I'm going back to vet school as soon as my family doesn't need me here. I don't know. I think Stella's kind of cool. Her videos are really neat. Oh, come on. She doesn't even have a sponsor. What kind of a YouTuber doesn't have a sponsor? I mean, not yet, but I'm in talks with Meat Rice. Trademark. And I make plenty from ads and donations. Dang, Stella. Meat Rice? That's a big deal. They're on like every big podcast. Thank you, thank you. It feels like a really big step for the channel. Yikes, are you okay, Kanika? Oh man, I wish they were gossiping about me. I'm just glad they're not gossiping about me. That's so fucking funny. Yep. Yeah, I know they're just teens, but some of that stuff's... No, wait, that's wrong. Yeah, I know they're just teens, but some of that stuff stung. Another knock, closer, interrupts your thoughts. Followed by another. Followed by another. Is it just me, or is that knocking coming from the same direction as those kids? Yeah, it's not just you. Okay, that knocking is starting to freak me out. Calm down, Rosalina. It's just mind sounds. Did you guys see that? No, it was just a shadow. There's no reason to get freaked out. I saw it. I saw it. Shut up. There's nothing down here. Stop trying to scare me. Come on, man. I better get grounded. Tommyknockers. Tommyknockers. Guys, Tommyknockers aren't real. But there's a reason people think they make those sounds. And it's not a coincidence that the whole Tommyknocker myth is tied to mine collapses. Okay. We're getting closer. Let's keep moving. As you progress deeper into the mine, the knocking grows more frequent. It's still distant, but it's much louder than before. The tunnel ends abruptly in front of you. A century-old ladder is the only way forward. In the darkness beyond, you can still hear the echoes of terrified teens, their panicked arguing bouncing down the pitch-black corridors. Well, it looks like the only way forward is that pit, and it sounds like there's somewhere down there. I've never been this far in. It looks like a death trap. Are you sure we should go down there? You can wait up here, Neeks. I don't think I can climb down and hold Gretchen. Alright, I'm not going to argue with you. That ladder looks older than all of us combined. Good luck. Alright, let's do this. Stella hoists herself over the edge and begins the climb down. You walk to the ladder and climb down. So stupid. Stay safe, Slogson. I'm pretty sure this is the way back. Come on. Pretty sure? I thought you'd been down here before. Okay, maybe I didn't get this far in, but whatever. It doesn't matter. I definitely remember the way out. Hurry, I don't want to be down here anymore. I think it was actually this way. Oh, shut up. No one even wanted you to come with us anyway. Damn. Oh, I grabbed the wrong one. I grabbed the wrong chapstick. This is ruining the tense moment. Becca. Yeah, they're close, all right. It sounds like they're really lost. The voices around you, those of the teens and your companions, sound odd, distant. There is something in the darkness before you that's much louder, though you don't hear it. You don't hear it, but you can feel it in your chest. A desperate need to perceive and be perceived. Hey, are you alright, Slogson? Stella reaches for your shoulder, but not before the light from your phone illuminates the chamber. Oh shit. Oh shit. Slogson, are you alright? Oh, thank God you're alive. It looked like you had a seizure or something and then you just conked out. They're okay, Kanika. Thank God. Okay, don't move a muscle. I don't want you straining yourself while you're still recovering from whatever that was. Kanika and I are gonna go get you help. We'll be back soon, I promise. Don't die on me, alright? You fade back out of consciousness as your companion clambers out of the pit, intent on your rescue. You raise up on your elbows, head still swimming from the visions, your surroundings coming back into focus. Your head throbs as the knocking continues, now magnitudes more intense than ever. Through it, you once again hear the panicked voices of bickering teenagers echoing down the stone corridors. Becca, you're just getting us more lost. It's this way. If you're so sure, then why don't you just leave? I can't believe I let Alexis talk me into inviting you in the first place. Becca, I'm just trying to help. I said go. Okay, I will. Alexis, you don't have to go with her. You know that, right? Take a side, Alexis. I'm sure Becca knows where we're going. She wouldn't just lie. Sorry, Rosalina. The increasingly desperate voices of the teens are drowned out by the thunderous knocking. You can practically feel the ground shake beneath you. Can almost see the walls vibrate with the intensity of the hellish sound. You can't help but notice the timber struts around you trembling, as if they were being struck by invisible blows with each knock. They're all that stand between you and the many tons of rock over your head, and they suddenly seem terribly fragile. As you settle more into your senses, Rosalina appears in the passageway to your left, out of breath and teary-eyed. I'm so sorry I snuck off like that. I just wanted Alexis to think I was cool. The entire cavern shakes with the sound of rockfall. This place, at least part of it, is coming apart. Becca and Alexis are still down there. We can't just leave them here. I know which way they're going. They'll listen to you this time, I promise. Please, I don't want them to die. Another dusting of debris falls from the ceiling. You don't have long until this mine collapses on you. Fuck. My gut instinct is to take her and leave. Does that mean that I should go with it? I feel like I should take her and we should get the fuck out. That's bad though, right? That's bad. I feel like if I take Rosalina, I'm 100% dooming Becca and Alexis to die. But if I go in, isn't there a chance that all of us would die or that Rosalina would die? And I care more about Rosalina than either of those other pricks. There's no way they're getting out if I don't help them. You're correct. I think that means that I should go after them. Fuck. Okay, let's do this. Thank you. They're back this way. Hurry. Rosalina runs back the way she came. The mines shake with each new thunderous blow as bits of rock and dust fall off the ceiling and scatter on the floor around you. I thought you knew the way out. I thought you'd been down here a million times already. I was making it up, okay? We're coming. Just stay where you are. Rosalina, you came back. I don't want to die down here. Oh, look who wants to leave the mine now. No, I'm not a vindictive person. Then move. Okay. You quickly push your way back towards the entrance, pieces of fallen rock littering the path around you. As you reach the pit, you and Rosalina direct Becca, and Alexis to the ladder. They start climbing. It's gonna break. It's gonna fucking break. Oh, it didn't. Why couldn't you have just listened to someone other than yourself, Becca? I'm sorry, okay? God. You push forward, your burning muscles giving way to pure adrenaline. To your horror, you can see cracks forming on the walls of the tunnel. Come on, you gotta go faster. We're almost there. I can see the entrance. Your surroundings quake as the mine collapses around you. And then the knocking fades, and you feel safe, having arrived back at the entrance in one piece. What the fuck? What the fuck? Rosalina, are you okay? Clearly she's not okay, idiot. Shut up, Becca. It was your idea to go down there in the first place. This is your fault. This really hurts. Stella and Kanika pop their heads through the mine entrance. I think I hear voices in there. Oh my god. Rosalina, can you hear me? We're gonna get you out of here, okay? Stella already called an ambulance. But that means cops are gonna come. They're gonna know I was drinking. They're gonna know we went in there to drink, right? Becca, that doesn't matter. If my dad finds out, he'll kill me. He can't know. Becca squirms through the gap in the boards and scampers away. Don't worry about her, Rosalina. She's being an asshole. One of us should wait by the gate to make sure they can find us up here. Becca does suck.
I'm gonna go get Tabby. All right, I'll go down to the gate. Rosalina, I'm so sorry. I'll be back soon. We're gonna get you out of here, and you're gonna be just fine, okay? Slogson and Alexis will keep you safe until then. Am I gonna die? Rosalina, don't say things like that.
Probably sorry. This is horrible. This is horrible. This is horrible. You have the option to be such, like, an unforgivable dick in this game. Holy God. You're gonna be okay. Just keep breathing.
Thanks, Slogson. Rosalina's breath comes in quick, irregular bursts. If I don't make it, tell my dad I'm sorry. I'm the one who has something to be sorry about. This is all me and Becca's fault. We never should have gone down there. It's not your fault. I went down there because I wanted to. Rosalina pauses, catching her breath. Thank you, Slogson. I'm glad everyone else made it out okay. Couldn't have done it without your help.
Damn. You should stop hanging out with Becca. She bullied both of you into doing things you didn't want to do.
What are you trying to do? Make this some sort of after-school special?
Yeah.
They're probably right, though. If I were just smart and brave like you, I wouldn't have let Becca drag me around down there. And you wouldn't have had to go after us. And then you wouldn't be... You're the nicest person I know, Rosalina. This just isn't fair. Rosalina? Can you hear me? Yeah, still awake. Just hurts like hell. Sorry, I shouldn't be pushing you to talk. I'll just hold your hand until they come back with help, okay?
Alexis grasps Rosalina's hand. Tears streak down both of your cheeks as you sit in silence together, waiting for the long, anxious moments to pass before help arrives. Some of my men are on the way with rock lifts. We'll get you out of there soon. Slogson, I'll be having a word with you. I just can't take it seriously when my name is Slogson. I just can't take it seriously.
They're over here, Earl.
Jesus H. Christ, you weren't kidding about the emergency. It'll still be a bit for the ambulance. The nearest depot is over in Brevard, so it'll be at least another half hour.
No one to blame. No, I blame Ben, actually, for that. You heard the man. You have half an hour to get her out of there. Move it.
Rosa, sweetie, I'm here.
Dad, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
You don't have to be sorry. It's okay. We're all here.
You can hang on, Rosalina. I know you can.
Tabitha's men quickly get to work and manage to pull Rosalina out from the rubble just as the ambulance arrives.
Sir, I'm afraid there's no space in the back. What do you mean? I can't ride with her? You're better off driving behind us. We're headed to Brevard, so it's quite a ways. Is she going to be okay? She's going to make it, right? Please, God. Yes, sir. I promise you. We're going to do everything we can to keep her stable. Her vitals are looking good. Rosalina, my poor baby. I'll be there as fast as I can, okay? I promise you won't be alone.
I love you, Dad.
The paramedics load Rosalina into the back of the ambulance and drive off. Oscar approaches you off to the side as the police talk to Tabitha and her men.
What the hell happened in there?
At least nobody died, am I right? Oscar, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. At least nobody died. What happened, though?
What happened in there? A goddamn after-school special is what happened. That Becca girl is a terrible influence is what happened. You can't go blaming a teenager. It was the Tommyknockers that brought the mine down. Stella, now is not the time to be Delulu.
The what?
We don't know what caused the collapse, but Miles is just as much at fault as Becca.
No. This was no teenager's fault. It's a parent's job to make sure their kids don't deliberately put themselves in these situations. Rosalina was mad at me, and instead of fixing the thing that was driving her away, I just ignored it. This is my fault.
Oscar.
I'm the parent here. I'm sure she thinks I'm making things up about our house being haunted. But I've seen things that I can't explain, and it's only gotten worse over time.
She told us about it down in the mine. For what it's worth, I believe you. No comment. But after tonight, I don't know. Once you're back from the hospital, we can check it out for you.
Thanks, Stella. That means a lot. I've gotta go.
Mr. Gutierrez, is it okay if I come too? I want to be there for her.
Of course, Alexis. It'll be good for her to see a friendly face.
The two of them head over to Oscar's car and drive off. Shit. I can't believe you left me down there. That was too easy to be our ditchling problem. Yeah, I think you're right. We've still got a lot of unanswered questions, too. Even more than we had this morning. And we had a lot of questions this morning. This is all still a little too magic for me. Just because two bad things have happened doesn't mean there's a pattern. Right? I think I hallucinated down there. As soon as I saw that carving, I saw weird flashes. And when I came to, I could have sworn I saw shadows in the corners of the chamber. What if it was some sort of a vision? What? No. Sloxon is probably right. Autosuggestion is a thing. I don't know, Neeks. Sloxon had, like, a seizure. Next to a creepy stone carving. It was like something out of a movie. That doesn't mean they had an actual vision. There has to be some other explanation. What happens now? Uh-oh. 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 Oh no. Or nor. Cleor. The condensation. Tabitha. What happens now is we have a word. All of us. What the hell were you three doing here? I thought I gave you very specific instructions, Sloxon. Stay in one place while I finish my meeting. I was only gone for like an hour, and here you are at the site of what was almost a deadly mine collapse. Tabby, come on. It's not Sloxon's fault. Stella is right. If this is anyone's fault, it's yours. You have an abandoned mine on your property that was barely even boarded up. It was only a matter of time until something like this happened. If anything happens to Rosalina, it's on you, Tabitha Scarlet. How dare you? It's not like I put up a big neon sign saying, cool place for teens to hang. It's clearly not safe. You three were up here with them. Why didn't you do something to get them out of there sooner? Honestly, this is real. Cool it, everyone. Let's not get I'm pointing fingers, won't turn back time. There's another coal baron. There's no point. That's crazy! Tabitha's just another coal baron. There's no point in arguing with her. Damn! Cool it, Tabitha. We're probably the reason you have one kid in an ambulance instead of 5 buried alive. Fine. You're right. At least nobody died. Probably. What a heartfelt apology. Come on, guys. What's the point of arguing like this? I know it can feel cathartic to point fingers and yell, but what's it going to accomplish other than bruised egos? You're right. Come on, we're leaving.
Now hold on a minute, Miss Scarlet. Mind if we have a quick word with your cousin, miss?
In private? Okay, fine. Just make it quick. And don't you dare try and pull anything on them. They did nothing wrong here. Thanks, Tab.
Ladies, I'm afraid that means you too.
Don't you need to talk to us? We witnessed this too.
Oh, sure, but that can wait. We know where to find y'all. What a coincidence running into you 2 nights in a row. This is my colleague, Deputy Derrickson. Pleased to meet you, Slogson. Apologies for my absence yesterday. It was my special bowling night, you see. A man has to have his me time. But I was briefed on the events of last night, even though we're still not sure if what went on could be considered a crime. Duke has been missing since then, though we've found neither hide nor hair of him. Could be he's just on an extended hunting trip.
They haven't found his body?
It wouldn't be the first time he'd done something like that. I was told the footage showed his supposed body, but we couldn't get that camera working, so no way to confirm until we track him down, because Stella took the memory card. Now, I understand both of these were terribly unfortunate accidents that had nothing to do with you being in the area, but as officers of the law, you have to understand that we get a little suspicious when we see the same face multiple times in a row. And, we have to ask, what exactly were these teenagers doing in a shuttered mine owned by your family? And why were you down there with them?
I don't care about Wayne stalking me. He's fine. So we went after them. That's the truth. I mean, they'll all be dead.
I know my rights.
We saw some teens sneak into an abandoned mine, so we went after them. We were just trying to do the right thing.
Of course, of course. Very noble of you. Pardon our questions, just trying to gather all the facts, you see. Just being thorough. Our duty as officers of the law. Well, if there's nothing more you can tell us, I suppose we'll let you go on about your evening. But we may be in touch. Have a good one.
Deputy Derrickson tips his hat to you. The 2 officers wander back towards the mine, Derrickson taking notes as they examine the scene. You make your way towards Stella and Kanika. I just can't believe. 2 nights in a row. Is it my fault, Neeks? Stella, no. This is all just an awful coincidence. It's not your fault. Oh, hey, guess the cops are done with you? What, are they going to take you in for being present at an accident? Sorry if they gave you a hard time. Small town cops, you know. Always blame everything on drifters. Even acts of God, I guess. Excellent. You didn't get arrested. Now come on, let's get back to the estate. I'd like to get some rest before I have to deal with the fallout of everything that happened tonight. I'll see you tomorrow, okay, Slogson? I'd really rather you didn't. If you're gonna run around almost getting killed every night, keep my cousin out of it. Your cousin is an adult, Tabitha. They can make their own decisions. Not while they're under my roof. Come on, let's go. As if to illustrate her point, Tabitha grabs your arm, dragging you towards the car. Are you kidnapping me? I think I'm just gonna go. You silently follow along. Tabitha doesn't say a word as the car cuts along the darkened road. You try to keep an eye on the surrounding wilderness as she drives, wary of what may lurk behind the tree line. Damn. I don't appreciate being dragged off like that. It's been a long day, Slogson. Are you really going to make a fuss about me bringing you back to the estate? After all the havoc you've caused, you should count your lucky stars you still have a place to sleep tonight. Why did you treat Stella like that? Didn't you two used to be friends? I don't want to talk about Stella, and it's none of your business anyway. You and Kanika really don't seem to get along. She pushes my buttons. Is there some kind of history there, or... No. Now quit talking. I need to focus on the road. I'm doing terribly, by the way, in case you wanted to know. Noted. God, she sucks. Your eyes wander back to the tree line as you and Tabitha sink back into silence. You once again cross the threshold into the estate, the musty stench of the decaying mansion greeting you with its undertones of mildew and wood rot. Well, this day was a lot more stressful than it needed to be, and I'm sure it's the precursor to a horrifically stressful week. I'm going to bed. I suggest you do the same. I mean, I love Tabitha. Me, Salem, I love Tabitha. My character does not fuck with Tabitha. Slogson doesn't fuck with Tabitha. But to me, and I've told Roggle this, in my brain, this is Roggle. Tabitha is Roggle. So of course I love her. I think I said it last time too, but like, if I didn't know what Roggle looked like, and then I played this game, this is how I would picture Roggle. Deadass. Yes, absolutely. For sure. For sure. I would agree with that. But also, I think it's also just because it's very much like a Roggle kind of character. So I also very much associate it there. Salem and Slogson, two different personalities, same brain. Slogson is my alter. Why did you even invite me here? It seems like you hate me. It's like I've caused you nothing but grief since the moment I stepped foot in town. I don't hate you. I'm just trying to get through this week. The same as you should be doing. I just don't want you to get hurt. I'm tired. I'm going to sleep. Tabitha turns and makes her way up the stairs, her posture defeated. Nighty-night. You head up to your room to turn in. You collapse in Tabitha's dusty guest bed, your head empty of thoughts. After your time in the Shaw mine, you barely even notice the dust. She said she doesn't hate me. And that she doesn't want me to get hurt. I'm taking that as she doesn't want me to get hurt because she would feel responsible. Maybe I'm being cynical. Your phone buzzes on the table. Y'all, these are those things, right? Oh shit. Kanika sends a picture of a pair of ditchlings by the side of the road. I saw them again too. Earlier. Oh my god. Bro, if I looked up into the trees and I saw that shit, I'm fucking... First of all, my soul is leaving my body. But then once it, like, cartoon, like, whoosh, back into my body, I am getting the fuck up and I am bolting out of there. Like no one has ever run that fast. Hello? Hello? No. Another picture, this time of them staring from a tree. What the fuck? These things are definitely not hairless monkeys or raccoons or whatever. I don't know what the hell they are. Drive out of town does not have a license. I would wait until Monday for the bus to come. I guess there's more to them being here than the mine collapse. No way I'm sleeping tonight. OMG, I should sneak out and go hang out with them. You think about looking out the guest room window, but at this point you're too exhausted to leave your bed. The adrenaline from this evening is finally wearing off, replaced by a creeping exhaustion that threatens to overwhelm you. Your limbs feel heavy, your eyelids slipping down over your eyes even as you stare down at the ominous pictures on your phone. If it weren't for the pit of dread bawling in your stomach, you would almost feel comfortable as you settle in between the covers, your tired bones sinking into the decrepit mattress. When you close your eyes, you see Rosalina's face, twisted with pain, staring up at you with tear-streaked cheeks, trapped by powers beyond her control, terrified of what her now uncertain future would hold. Your eyes shoot back open, your heart pounding as the door to your room swings open. Oh my god, it's Frou-Frou! Just the cat. It's always just the cat. It's nice to see another living being, even one as unfriendly as Tabitha's cat. The comfort of her presence sets your mind at ease, Even though she's an evil ass cat. Look at that fucking face, bro. Hold on, hold on, hold on. I need another screenshot to add to my collection. 1 second. Clipped. I can't with these fucking animals. Finally, you slip into a deep sleep. God, this game is gorgeous. Secret creepy cellar? Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! End of chapter.